And I've started the recording. Cool.
Are you ready to go?
Yep.
Are you ready?
Yeah, as ready as I'm gonna be, bro.
Okay. So, what's up, everybody? Hey, very first live stream, super dope. Amped, the name of the show. Cheers from the dirt bin.
Cheers, Bobby.
Cheers from the dirt bin, buddy.
Cheers.
Yeah, man. So basically, it's a live stream show. Just myself and the buddies, the homies. We like to have a couple of drinks. We do have a couple of serious shows, so we decided to have a bit of fun on this one. Yeah, man. And like I said, the name of the show is called Cheers from the Dirt Bin. But we've had a couple of names that we'll run through for you guys before, after this. So basically, the whole team here, I'll let everybody introduce themselves. For those who don't know who I am, my name is Benson Strax. I'm out here with my boy on the right.
Benson Strikes. Matt, Salty Cracks.
Salty Cracks.
Yeah. And we got Chad here. I'm Chad. Behind the scenes, behind the camera, as always.
Getting lacquer on.
Well, if he doesn't leave you pissed tonight, I'm going to be seriously a big problem.
Big problem.
Cameron too. I remember MSC, no drinking.
No drinking when I'm on the job. Except for this one, I'm Cam. It's the only job I'll comfortably drink on. I think that's the whole premise of the show. You know, just a couple of boys just relaxing and chatting about a whole bunch of different topics.
This donkey has a big dick, bro.
What?
What's he talking about? I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, you were on there, Cam?
Yeah, so it's just a cool idea. Just a whole bunch of like-minded guys just chatting, shooting the shit, having a couple drinks.
Yeah. That's super dope. So, guys, cheers from the dirt bin. As you guys can see, we don't have a logo, no name straps for now. I guess it's just because,
this was literally on the fly.
Yeah, it was on the fly. We decided to start. We've been talking about it for a long, long time. So, basically, the show, man, is, relevant topics, what's going on in the world, some funny stuff, some serious stuff. It's just going to be a really, really good time. And, we just want to grow with you guys, Everybody who's going to be watching is going to definitely be in for a ride. So I think let's get into it, Matt. So on the weekend, we went to the MFC, right? Matt, what is the MFC? For those who don't know, what the hell is the MFC?
Mega Fighting Championships.
Yeah.
So that's a local Durban company owned by Dirk and Larry Foster, known as Shian otherwise. So that's basically all just the local guys from all over South Africa. Well, I would just say Cape Town, Durban, East London, Joburg, and the whereabouts. Where guys get together and they come to beat the shit out of each other and try and win a prize. Essentially, that's it. But it's also for their rankings and the general stuff like that. But we are taking MFC. I've come on board as an external partner, and we're just going to be helping take MFC to another level. So, what we produced when the footage was released, you'll see it. It'll be live on Sports Shack, which is our other YouTube channel, and it'll be live on the MFC channel as well. So you guys can go check it out, give us some feedback, and give us some ratings. So the lovely gents that are recording today are the same guys that did the recording for the event. So yeah, dude, that's pretty much MFC in a nutshell. But we have Ground Quest coming up in the first week of Feb. Then we have the official MMA starts in April, I believe. So that's going to be pretty sick. So MMA, some big bangers, and we're going to have as a final event, 2 events to the end of the night, we're bringing back bare knuckle boxing. So it's going to be a good blood fest.
Boxing.
Yeah, so some big hitters there that are joining some. So it's going to be bring old school back, bro.
I saw some weird fights though. Like they shouldn't have happened, I think the first fight we saw was knockout in the first round.
Yeah, dude, that guy was way too powerful. He just came out there. He was fighting. There's no ways that should have even been sorted out. Whoever that gym owner was from MMA Boys definitely shouldn't have sent him through. He got his ass handed to him. Within 30 seconds, he was finished. It just shouldn't have happened.
But I want to touch on that bare knuckle boxing, guys. That stuff is super dope. I haven't really been a part of anything like that, But then begs the question: is it not illegal? Is it illegal?
No, it's completely legal. Yeah, it's completely it's completely sanctioned. So it comes down to the guys filling in the relative forms, having the right medical stuff in place, and third-party insurance and all that. And I think the biggest kind of bashings happen when it comes to bare knuckle boxing. Although I mean, MMA has its own. All of the disciplines have their own fair share of damage that come with it. But I think just bringing back the blood and gore is something quite spectacular. You know, it's something quite that's been around for a long, long time.
At least the guys won't have to be sharing gloves.
Yeah, that don't fit them. You know, that's another thing. Yeah.
But I saw some really good knockouts there. I wasn't expecting it, just because of the rankings of the guys, you know, and some of them had to switch from MMA to actual boxing. And
yeah, so it was pretty much all the MMA boys. We haven't held a kickboxing or boxing event in 10 years, so it's been a long time since these guys have even delved into that realm. So it was a short notice for the guys to get trained up and get going, and then now they're going to have to train in that discipline, because if they want to compete, they have to up their game.
yeah.
There was that one guy that he fought both. He did a boxing match and then he did a kickboxing one.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Vodka, that's his name, Vodka.
Yeah, look, he's been around for a long, long time. He's quite a hardy boy. He's been, unfortunately, the last event he fought an amateur fighter in kickboxing.
Yeah,
my opinion and everyone else's opinion, he got his ass handed to him.
Especially when the second fight.
He got kicked and he went down. I mean, just unfortunately, that's not his style. It's not his vibe. So I think he definitely lost. How he won, we don't know. But it is what it is. So congratulations to him. I don't manage the scorecards. It's just what it is, dude.
But he was walking around like you could tell this guy's ready for a box.
Yeah, no, that's his vibe. That's his lifestyle. I mean, this is their lifestyle. This is what they're trying. They live it. So that's what they are.
They super live it. But yeah, guys, if you want to go check out that full content, go check it out on the Sports Shack channel. We'll let you guys know as soon as it's out.
We'll drop it in the description for you.
Yeah, we'll drop it in the description. So, guys, I want to touch on something that is in like the news. It broke this afternoon. Super crazy. A little bit dark to start off.
Here we go.
This early in the show, but I think it's super interesting. Let's start here. Let's start with DJ Tiro's situation, and then we'll go into kind of the harder stuff, you know?
I think you'll have to explain to some people who DJ Tiro is.
Yeah, because I don't even know who that is, bro.
Okay, DJ Tiro, first and foremost, you're going to get kicked out of Durban for not knowing who he is. You're going to get kicked out. But for those who don't know, man, DJ Tiro is a super, super big DJ in South Africa, owns a record label, Afrotainment. And
okay, now I'm getting the picture. Yeah, okay.
So he's signed the likes of your Big Nas and all these guys that are Big Nas. You'd never heard of Big Nas?
Big Nas. They said Big Nye.
Big Nye. What the hell?
The names these guys come up with. I'm sorry. It's just what it is.
Yeah, so basically that's who DJ Tiro is, and he's got a really, really successful record label. Massive contribution to music in South Africa. So his road manager, which is something that I find very funny. His road manager got obviously released from the company today. Mishandling funds. That's what they say.
I'm surprised he's still alive. This is Africa, bro. Let's be real.
True. But you know, the crazy thing is I don't understand how a road manager ends up in the funds situation.
Yeah, I don't know how he has access to funds.
You know what I mean? Like, how does he have access to funds? Like, that's super, super weird for me.
For those of us that don't know, because what does a road manager even do? What is his function on the
basically
team?
What he does is he just makes sure you get to shows on time, literally, and drives you there. Has a couple of
So it's like a glorified chauffeur.
Exactly. But I think as well with the way music's going nowadays is that a lot of people kind of cut the costs, you know. So I'll use a road manager for two other different things, you know what I mean? But in this case, it didn't end very well. He's been with the company for a long time. So they released an official statement. Afrotainment obviously telling us that they released him. But the biggest question is, how does your road manager mess up funds? I don't know how.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have access.
Said it, that he's like that one guy wears like many hats. The road guy's also a financial guy.
Yeah.
This is
always strange.
Hey, my driver, he's my banker, bro. Just phone
That's my thing. Isn't he supposed to just be your driver? But it's crazy as well, like how like people are actually gonna damage their businesses by taking that model of, you know, I'll get a driver to, you know, work on my finances. It's just not right.
It depends on the relationship. If it's been a long-term relationship, the trust must have been there, and then obviously just got misguided.
Well, this was a very long one. This was a very long relationship.
So there we go. I mean, it's like I've been in business with my partner for, like 16 years. I mean, he has unfettered access to all my financials, so, and my banking and whatever. So you do have that trust between friends and colleagues. So it does happen, bro, yeah. Unfortunately, you got to keep track of it. And obviously the owner of the business, you got to keep on top of all that stuff, and you clearly didn't.
Yeah, I just also wonder, you could have been just a homie back in the day, and then just got given, hey, I can put you onto the books, and then you get a job, and
and I think mess it up.
Yeah, I think also it's just like Matt was saying, you can trust him and things like that, and then
one day
things just happen, bro.
Oh, that's greedy though, man. Like I took you out of the gutters, bro, and you're out here
it messing with my bank. In all the companies I've been involved in, when it comes to dealing with books and seeing what shit has taken place, it's amongst friends and family. 99% of the time.
Yeah.
Friends and family screw you the most.
That sucks, man.
Yeah.
So there's a big possibility being the only African guy on the show at the moment.
You're going down, brother. You're going down.
Generally, yeah.
I want to need some of my brothers to come through. Whoever's got a knack for this, pull through, man. I need a
some
partner.
backup.
Bring your brothers, Kazi. We keen, Kazi. More the
Speaking
merrier.
on the music topic, I see Dog Durban released a statement a couple days back, I think about 3 days ago, that the music industry is dying because they need to start buying music again. That was something he said. People aren't buying music anymore. I remember going back buying tapes. You're talking about back then. Then it was CDs. And I think that's how these kind of artists made their music. And now that it's all kind of out there and people are just sharing it like nuts, so how do these artists get paid? And that's quite a fair statement. But also I think artists need to find a way of making money in this new stage of life, because in the 21st century, how are you going to escape it? No one's going to go out and buy CDs anymore, dude.
Exactly. And you know what the craziest thing is, though, for the artists, it's like your Spotify's and stuff. So there's been a lot of complaints. We've heard Snoop Dogg, some major artists complaining.
Yeah.
So back in the day, you would sell 10 CDs and get this much off that 10 CDs. Now you've got
getting a couple cents off
a million streams. It's ridiculous. It's crazy, But I do agree with you on the part of saying, listen, man, you got to find another way of making money.
I think once your name's out there you get a name built for yourself, you get to enough live gigs. That should be your money maker. Wouldn't you rather also have live gigs on a continual basis till your career ends? I mean, that's your money maker.
Yeah,
and it grows from there.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Taylor Swift and stuff, but you never really hear them
lying.
complaining.
You do know a lot about Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I got a poster of Taylor Swift.
You have it on your wall.
You got it on your wallpaper, Kazi.
You have it on your wall.
But you never hear them complaining about listens and streams, maybe because they're still touring, they're still active. I don't know.
You see, touring is the biggest financial gain.
Music,
plus, if they monetize their YouTube channel and artists aren't doing correctly. So as much as he says yes, I think it's more of a complaint in this day and age, because if the artists are big enough, they're marketing themselves correctly, they're monetizing YouTube, they're monetizing Instagram, they're monetizing TikTok.
Yeah.
You make a far shit ton more money doing that way than you would selling CDs.
And having your driver touch your funds. Don't be censored, guys.
You don't need any of that. Really, you don't need that.
No, it's crazy. Artists are kind of in a bit of a pickle. Merch is a big thing now. Selling merch, your own gigs. Because what's happening is these guys are signing crazy 360 deals, and basically a 360 deal is you're getting a salary at the end of each month. So you could do R1 million worth of
and you only get your salary.
And you get that salary, you know what I mean? So
that shit.
Yeah, guys, I think music is not a career at the moment. If you
I don't think it's
doing.
ever been a career unless it's really something you're striving to.
Michael Jackson big.
Yeah, unless that's your vision, literally, unless you're going to be the next Mark. That's the problem with artists nowadays. I mean, you look at the Guns N' Roses and, the classics, Metallica's, Limp Bizkit's, the Linkin Parks. Yeah,
Mendoza. You got to have Mendoza.
Those type of guys. I mean, what type of artists are producing the same quality and standard of music that we can still listen to 40 years down the line
Yeah.
I think that's where artists need to come. There needs to be someone to change the mindsets and say, we're going to produce stuff like this that guys are going to want to listen to 40 years from now. And then that, you know what I mean, that will monetize for years. Every time that song plays, you get paid for it. You know?
Yeah, and we don't have like a lot of like real music, you know, like you mentioning Guns N' Roses and everything.
Oh, yeah, man.
Your Kings of Leon, so on and so forth.
Basics, yeah.
You know, and then you also go into your R&B like realm. You've got Boys to Men.
I mean, look how big Boys to Men is. I mean, if that's that. I mean, East Coast radio, Danny, yes, still plays that stuff like on a consecutive basis. You know? I mean, these are still making money off that shit.
VH1 of the radio.
Yeah, I mean, this is how, I mean, radio is the next thing to slowly die off, and it's going to become, this is what it's going to become.
And apparently it's because of us podcasters.
Yeah, literally, because, but I mean, having live gigs, I mean, stuff like this, I mean, hopefully as this podcast grows, we can have a live podcast with quite a big amount of crew, and maybe have some live guys in the bands and stuff like that. I mean, we'll introduce different guys as we go along. You know, but I don't think there's enough networking collaboration going on amongst artists nowadays. They're just looking for the quickest way to make money. And if any business, you know, bro, 10, 15 years, you got to be vested into that business and put your time and effort in.
Carrying on with what the artists have to do. Have you seen they do that? They have to do so much marketing for themselves on TikTok. So like how many videos they have to make on? Like so many artists are complaining. Instead of going off into the mountains like Guns N' Roses used to do to write songs.
That's the type of work effort you got to put into it.
They can't anymore because they've got to be like filming themselves doing TikToks all the time. And like
no, you're all right. I mean, I literally just spoke to Benson, literally maybe just before we started the podcast. I mean, this guy had 100 followers, and then for 300 consecutive days, he went from 100 followers to 410,000 followers. But he had to post content for 300 days consecutively, and he still does that consecutively, and it's growing. So that's in today's day and age. That's what I mean. We're in the same boat right now. We're going to be in that dilemma somewhere along the line where we're going to have to produce some form of content.
But I like what Cam is saying. Like back in the day, what artists would do is if they felt writer's block, like you said, they'd go into the mountains, bro.
Literally.
You know, some of them would
get completely wrecked out of your head. You know, I mean, that's what guys do. I mean, well, certainly what I did when I was young, and then that gave me my free time to think and be creative. You know, and that's what Guns N' Roses. I mean, come on, let's be real. Every artist is on some form of acid or drug or whatever. You know, it's just it is what it is.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I mean, even Joe Rogan's tripping most of the time, bro.
Are we allowed to do that on this show?
Yeah, I don't know. Dude. Hopefully, but let's not name drop for the sake of name drop. But I mean, at the end of the day, like I think creativity needs to happen. These guys need to change the set. You know, back in the day when G-Unit, 50 Cent, and all these boys were out, and Eminem's at the time. I mean, Eminem never shot lots of chicks and pussy and all this shit around cars.
All crazy shit.
You know, he set a whole different tone. He separated. He saw what every other guy was doing. He said, I'm not going to shoot that stuff. I'm going to go completely out there and do some weird shit. And that's what made him different. And I think that's what guys need to separate. They're shooting the same stuff. It's always the same stuff.
Yeah.
I just want Eminem to bring Slim Shady back, bro.
Oh yeah,
Slim Shady needs to come.
Absolutely,
he needs to come have some fun and rip all these like TikTokers and what,
yes,
all of that.
Slim Shady was. I don't think with the way the world is going right now, how sensitive people are. If they got a Slim Shady now,
fuck, they would melt. They would melt.
That could be cancelled.
Yeah, you'd be cancelled.
The millennials of today. All this. What is
millennials,
it?
bro. I'm a millennial. What are you talking about?
You're a millennial. Sorry, Gen Z is what it is.
Yeah, and the Rainbow Gang.
And oh my fuck, sorry the language, but jeez, I can't. Oh, it's not that. If we get into that topic, you millennials and Gen Zs are gonna fucking suffer.
Yeah, but you know the thing is,
we'll be cancelled.
I feel like
we'll be cancelled, but it'll be worth it.
We'll get the message across.
As long as you hear it.
But like, I've been seeing a lot of like TikTokers right from America.
Yeah.
With regards to all that Gen Z type of stuff. So what these guys are doing is they'll go on and they're using Africa as a reference, you know, because they've had enough of that stuff, you know, they've had enough of that bullshit, you know, and they're saying in Africa, well, except South Africa, that whole switching like that Gen Z type of stuff would never work. But I think they have to. Bro,
if that shit that's happening overseas, what is it? All these queer names.
Oh, this guy.
What is it? I'm a frog and I'm a cat or whatever the fuck. I don't even know what it is. I identify as a whatever a brick. Yeah, dude. I mean, if they have to bring that shit, let's be realistic. I've grown up around the Zulu culture. We all have here, sitting around this table. Do you think?
Yeah, but they only got one black friend.
Yeah, but
okay, it counts.
Yeah, it still counts. So I mean,
just jokes.
But let's be real. I mean, the Zulu nation would never let that shit fly. You can elaborate on that.
Yeah,
I mean, you'd get killed here. That won't work here. Dude.
But that's my thing. I feel like as well. Like I've been watching a lot of what's happening on the internet, right? We're copying so much of what's happening in America, bro. We're losing ourselves.
It's terrible.
It's terrible, bro. Like UOs and your comb-overs and all that.
Hey, bro. Comb over, bro. That's how we hide the bald spots as we age.
Yeah, so guys, but let's get into our next kind of like headline type thing. So I came across some pretty dark stuff today. A lady goes to court, all right? So Northwest woman, she is 49 years old. And why are you giving me the eyes, Chad?
He knows where it's going.
Let's hear it. 49-year-old woman. What's she do?
49-year-old woman, right? Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
You're sorry, guys.
Sorry.
We had to.
Fuck you, Coca-Cola.
Unless you pay.
Yeah.
But this lady allegedly killed her
change
niece.
to Pepsi.
Oh, let's switch to
Easy
Pepsi.
target.
Coca-Cola or
Easy,
Pepsi,
boy.
which one?
Easy.
But yeah, this lady, apparently she goes and kills her niece over some inheritance. 3 mil, 3 bar, right? And then she goes to court, and to the surprise of the court today, her docket's changed from obviously a fraud and speculation type of situation that she killed her niece to a murder file now.
Shit.
Killed her own son.
How do you do that, bro? I mean, I've
Kill
got
the
kids.
own
I mean, I've heard of, and I've grown up very poor and below. I mean, stuff like that. And with the hardest of oaths, we used to get beat by parents and all that nonsense. But I don't think it's ever gone through our parents' head like where it's like, okay, we're gonna take it to the level, we're gonna kill this motherfucker today. You know, I
Over
mean,
6 million.
Yeah, we got slapped around and parents abused each other. But I mean, it was never a case of okay, let's go kill the children. You know, like
Yeah,
just
for
some
6
money,
mil.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. But you know, it just.
So they insured. So what you're saying? They insured this latsy for this.
So I'm thinking it's
Must be
policies.
life insurance.
Yeah, it's like life insurance and policies. But you know, it's such a dark thing. You know, taking someone's life, let alone your own. You know.
Kid, that's nuts, dude. That's really.
I could never imagine like taking a life or anything like that. Like that is hectic, bro. Especially like your own child that you brought into this world. I know like South Africa can be dark and like we go through rough times. Like we go through the hardest shit. Like America's got guns and shootings and stuff like that, but we also have it pretty bad. Yeah. But to take a life unnecessary, I don't think.
Yeah.
That's the place that we need to be living at and where we need to be today.
Yeah, I mean, I've been involved in enough of that type of nonsense in the back end of my history. And taking a life is never like the first thing go to. I mean, even when the last shit hit the fan, my whole goal was take legs, you know, and then just stop it. Just stop it. Don't just, you know, rather take a leg and then the earth still survives, but it just calms the situation down. But the objective is never to go out and, well, you know, I don't know what was going through the Indians' heads or the Muslims' heads, you know, whatever the case may be. But like for me, it was, I'm not going to kill someone for the sake of killing someone just to stop an event.
Yeah.
Bro, I thought you were an RT. RT's changed.
RT's gotten dark, dude. This dark web thing's taking over.
But like, it's the craziest thing is just to think, man. Like, my biggest thing goes back to: is it the state or the country, or is it just an individual?
No, it's an individualistic thing. I mean, evil is evil, and evil isn't. I mean, it isn't personified by a demon or anything of that sort. So if we had to talk about humans are evil by nature. It's built into us inherently. I mean, you have to make a choice. It's simple. Whether you're going to act on that evil or you're going to act on the good. It's just that simple. We all have it in us. Yeah. It depends on circumstances as well. But once again, choice, free will, choice, all comes into play.
But you know what the craziest thing is? So apparently the son died from a Steers burger.
No,
so the mom must have bought a Steers burger and done it one injection there. I don't know.
Cyanide, bro.
You know what I mean? But like, just to think how premeditated that is, bro. You know what I mean? I'm going to go buy a burger, poison the burger. You know, you've got so much time to kind of like pull yourself out of that. But then what's the charge for that? Life?
Well,
Death penalty?
this is South Africa, maybe 2 years.
2 years. Ah, come on, man. What you mean? This is South
Come
Africa
on, we've
too?
had some gnarly shit happen in this country. You know, he's get a slap on the wrist, bro.
True.
Murders happen here every day. You know, he's get let out the next day. Let's be realistic. The laws here are for the criminals. They're not here for us.
The system is a bit fucked up, but
Yeah.
let's not get into the ANC on the first one. I've got 3 white guys surrounding
Here we go. Here we go.
I've
That'll
got
be
3
a
white
whole
guys
podcast, boy.
surrounding me. I'm not touching on the ANC. The ANC's done nothing.
Yeah,
I can't have that
I
right
would
now.
never say that. I mean, I've delved into ANC history on quite a level. They've done a lot of good and a lot of bad. No government. I don't care who you vote for, whether you vote DA, IFP, Inkatha Freedom, Inkatha Freedom Party, EFF. They all have their bad sides to them, and
Yeah,
they're all
facts.
corrupt in their own way. It's just that simple. It's just choosing the better of two evils. Which
Yeah.
one is going to work better? And that's at the end of the day. Unfortunately, ANC have forget the white people, forget the Indians, they're not black, forget the Muslims, they're not black, forget the Chinese, they're not black.
Chinese
You know,
are black.
They're not black.
Yeah,
They're
they're not black.
classified as
Yeah,
black.
they're classified
They're
as
not
black because
bruh.
they're invested.
Chinese ain't black, man. They just,
Yeah.
I don't know, they
But
Mexican in
if,
South Africa
If
or
we're
something.
talking about that, I mean, ANC has let their own culture down. It's just,
Yeah, facts.
that's it, simple.
Facts, that's so true.
Like, there's no other way to put it. They
And
have,
you know what? And you know what? For me, I think is the biggest thing for like young Black South Africans and just Black South Africans in general is who do you vote for now? Because obviously, you know the skepticism around the DA. Obviously,
Yeah,
it's very hard
yeah.
for a black guy to vote for another white party. You know, you
Yeah,
know
I
what
mean,
After,
all the
but then who do you
slavery
go
and
for?
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but then who do you go? You can't. I don't know. I don't know about EFFing it.
Nah,
Hey, that's wild, bro.
I'd rather vote ANC before EFF.
Oh, yeah,
100%.
any day.
Seriously?
100%.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Why though?
Bro, he's the
Dude,
cockroach
he's a communist.
waiting
He's a
to.
next level communist, bro. He will literally just start murdering people for the fun.
You reckon?
Oh yeah,
I think he's a pretty intelligent.
You know,
guy.
plus, you know, he's intelligent, but you know, white people are pretty evil. They've run the world for a long, long time, and he's
White people are pretty evil.
No, I'm not
Shout out
joking.
to
I
you,
mean,
dog.
EFF
Cheers
is
from the
funded.
dirt bin.
He is funded by white individual companies.
True.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know, most people don't want to accept it, but that's where his money's coming from. So he's not always pulling the strings. I mean, he's a puppet. At the end of the
So
day.
is this conspiracy or is this like?
No, it's legit.
Is this legit
stuff.
that you?
Yeah, legit information, dude. Yeah.
So we can Google that and we can find out that.
Yeah, you can go and do your own Google or
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah.
that shit till your heart's content. It's all on there.
But I think a lot of parties here in South Africa are funded by white.
They all have some form of backhand going on, buddy. It's just that simple.
White money's old money.
Yeah, white money is old money, and I can go close enough to say also just as corrupt.
Yeah, facts. No, definitely.
It
All white
really
money is
is.
corrupt, man.
It really
All
is.
white money is corrupt.
What? All money is corrupt, bro.
Yeah,
It's not
all-
just- it doesn't
money
matter
is
if it's
corrupt.
white.
I would say
100%.
money. No,
Yeah,
you know
all
the famous
money.
saying, money is the root of all evil. That's just facts, dude.
I think it comes back to that whole tiara thing. Like if like friends and family, they're your close ones, but as soon as money's in the picture, hey, it becomes a different ball game.
Yeah.
Bro.
I've seen the closest, gnarliest Christians, you know, like there's Christian and then you get these Christians, you know, go to war over their parents' death for monetary sake. And I'm going, you guys are fucking retarded, bro. Like, who gives a shit? I mean, I had this discussion not so long ago. My parents were talking about their wills and whatever. We were sitting here in this room and they were like, Matt, what do you want? You know, Jason, what do you want? Nicole, what do you want? And I was like, I don't give a fuck. You know, like, I run my own business. I want to strive for my own future and do that stuff. When you die, I get a bit of money. So what? If Jason wants the house, Nicole wants the boat, or whatever the case you have, like, I don't
The
want the
boat.
Like,
Boats. I thought you grew up in Umbilo, bro. Where'd you get a boat? Fuck around.
when you grow up in Mbila, you learn to graft hard and make a good living.
Make it out.
Yeah.
Bro, I grew up
Well,
in
that-
Umbilo. I was in Baltimore. I never fucking.
Shout out Amilo.
We never had that then. This was now before they burnt it down in the
But it's-
recent riots.
You know what the crazy thing is, like with what I've picked up, like having white mates, is you guys are very like open about things. Like with black parents, it's a surprise. You know what I mean? The world is a surprise, and you know, and you hear it your whole life. If you're one of those, you know, black sheeps of the family, you hear it your whole life. I'm not leaving any money aside for anyone. I don't want
Yeah, I
any-
mean, you look
know
at
what I mean?
50 Cent. I mean, his lights, he said, like, hey, you know, am I part of your war? Can I have some money? And 50 Cent shooting him straight, like, hey, sort yourself, like, fuck off.
Same as
They're
Shaquille O'Neal, the basketball player.
Yeah,
he
just tune
also,
it straight,
he's like,
fuck.
you're not wealthy, I'm
No
wealthy.
way.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Tune his
dude,
kids
Shaquille
playing down.
O'Neal
That's crazy.
Black people are a lot harsher when it comes to that type of stuff
Yeah,
than white people.
yeah.
White people be like, okay, I'm dead. Take the money.
He says, I'm rich. You're not rich.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I would never
Yeah.
know what's on my parents' will until, God forbid, the day they pass. You know what I mean?
I mean,
But
God's not going to
technically,
forbid it. They're going to pass
today,
like, God forbid it happens now. But, but brother, that thing's coming. Like the day is coming.
Everyone's under that chair.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's the craziest thing. It's just like, I feel like if I know someone, I feel that's why as well we got like channels like that ID Extra, that investigation channel.
I love that shit.
I can't watch any of that crap.
JJ must
Honestly,
check
my
it.
brain just
It's
switches
crazy.
off.
But it's if you look at the Americans, bro, it's freaking crazy. So what they basically this channel, 90% of the stories that are told, it's white Americans, bro, and it's either infidelity, money,
The wife, the mother.
you know what I mean, and
all that stuff.
And it's crazy because it all stems from, oh, okay, I know Chad or Matt's gonna leave me 2 bar. Let me take him out now and get the 2 bar now.
Same as the one that you just said.
Same vibe. Yeah, dude.
Same thing.
I mean, this has been around for millennia. I mean, wolves and that's been around for a long, long time. So it's nothing new. It really isn't.
But do you agree with the guys that say I'm not leaving my kids anything?
No.
Nah.
I mean, look, if you couldn't afford the life policy, then it's a different circumstance. I
Yeah.
mean, the kid's in an fortunate position. But if you're a parent, you know how old money is made. Those parents are saying, well, the next generation must be here. And then that generation should be doing the same thing, putting the next generation
100%
here.
building. That's what it's about.
That's what
Generational
the white
wealth.
did. And that's why they're in the position. That's why they have old money. It might be corrupt, but they constantly thought, hey, next generation must be here, here, here. And I would love that more Africans got and adopted that idea, because there's an entire African middle class who are now adopting this whole idea, and you're seeing the success in the generations coming through now. And I'm watching it at the schools, and these some bright youngsters coming through, and I'm going like, holy shit.
They're really doing it, bro. Like,
They're really doing it,
I'm
bro.
so proud of like the black community as a whole. Like,
They're
because
starting to break
they
away
just-
from tradition.
Yeah, they're really like coming together and like
Yeah, man.
seeing the bigger picture and things like that.
Correct.
It's like,
I mean, you can
love it,
keep
bro.
your traditions, but you've got to evolve them to fit into society in the 21st century. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like Christianity has evolved over years. Muslim has had to Jewish. It doesn't matter. You've had to evolve to fit in.
You're not leaving things behind.
Yeah.
You're just evolving.
It's still a part of you. It's who you are.
But I think as well, so I saw this crazy stat not so long ago, and it says, I think a 10 rand in the Jewish community will circulate about 20 times.
Oh yeah, and it'll be quadrupled in terms of interest,
Exactly.
compounding interest. It'll just kind of
But
grow.
in the African community, it will circulate about twice, and that's just because of the consumer rate. If I am not in Gucci, if I am not drinking the most expensive Chad's favorite drink, VSOP, that he's
boy.
never gonna buy with his own money because he's like, I'm not
What's
drinking.
VSOP? Hennessy.
Yeah, Hennessy. Did you hear
I
that?
don't
What's
drink that
VSOP?
shit.
I don't
Hennessy.
drink that shit.
But I think as well, it's just the consumer mindset. You know what I mean? That's another big thing.
I think because now that they have access to a bit more capital, they're now, white people have been exposed to this for a long time because, like I said, they've been building for generations. Not every white person's the same. I mean, you get a lot of white people that are no different to any lower class income earner or that kind of low class mindset.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that, and that's through all races. But actually, if we just talk about the middle class, I mean, now you've got an entire middle class sector. They're going, hey, I can have this. But then it comes down to the parents teaching them. I mean, our parents teach us like, hey, this is how you should be doing, what you should be doing with your money. And unfortunately, in the African culture, I mean, I still see kids sitting out at school here, just down the road here, till 8 o'clock at night, And then, what is that kid learning? I mean, what are they actually taking out of it? What are their parents teaching them? So when they do come into money, it's like, okay, I'm just going to go balls to the wall with it. I've been there myself when I was a youngster because I wasn't taught how to use my money as well. I was one of those people, And it's been a long life learning lesson.
So you guys telling me if I make my first bar and go buy a
Oh,
Lamborghini,
you'll be broke within a week. Am
I'll
I
be broke
correct?
within a week.
Chad, am I correct? He'd be
Benson
shit
will still ask us to buy him stuff.
Yeah, you should, man. So this buying me stuff thing comes from. I said to
Where's
these
the
guys,
buying stuff from?
I'm
the
like,
Africans
yo, you
then?
guys need to buy me a new phone because I'm doing, all the research. Not only by myself, but I'm like, hey, man,
Not to say that I just bought him a 40,000 rand Mac.
it's business. It's business.
Bro, you over underpaid.
but it's business. It's business, you know. We here
Well, I
today
insured it
because
for 40
Benson.
because I got it for 12. It
But,
was
but
just pure luck that I got that machine at that price. I
my
promise you.
ideology.
Yeah, the corruption is coming.
Yeah, I promise you. This is Africa.
You
So I
guys
play
are
that.
not going to be my sensors. You are not handling any other money. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
If anyone, if this ever turns to money, none of you fuckers have access. I'll manage it and you'll get paid.
Nah, bro, I'm good. You leave that.
So yeah, guys, but yeah, man, like I think that's probably one of the craziest things that we're facing as like just the youth in South Africa, man, is who do we vote for next? You know?
You know what? Actually, I've got a comment for this. So in the last election, and
I like this.
I take a lot of flack from white people, but I voted at the time for Cyril Ramaphosa because at the time we just come out of Jacob Zuma.
Zuma,
era.
yeah.
He was the new hope. That's
Bro,
correct.
there was nobody else in the
Yes,
whole
there
country
wasn't.
that could take
No
like
ways.
that was such a shit show. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was Cyril or nothing, and then I mean I don't know.
He was put in a bad position, but then he had the opportunity to make some right decisions, and he never had the balls to do that. So
He kind
let
of
us
fucked
down.
up.
He fucked
Yeah.
up.
No
First
way.
fucked up.
No way.
I think
what
so,
What
bro.
happened was that the corruption was so deep in the ANC that
Yeah.
he could only do so much before.
Yeah,
like
there's
it
no
was-
way.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean,
dude.
he had a lot of corruption against himself. So I mean, if he started calling names,
Guys,
you know,
if you are
the whole
found- if you are found with actual cash under
dude.
your mattress,
yeah, dude.
In your
and
couch.
it's not declared, and it's not a currency from this country. I don't
Yes.
care who you are.
Yeah.
You should honestly get reprimanded. I don't care who
But
you
then,
are.
I mean, what reprimandation is there for any government officials?
yeah,
No, there
because
isn't.
apparently they don't have load shedding.
There's no example.
apparently they don't have load shedding. We in the middle of a show and we worried 8 o'clock.
There might be
6
load
minutes
shedding.
from now, but we'll kick back in with the generator if it does happen. There's
Yeah,
no
dude.
schedule. But Matt, man, let's get into some lighter stuff. I
Yes,
think
for sure,
I think we've
man.
had
Yeah,
a
let's go, boys.
yeah. Let's get into some lighter stuff. You
Okay.
know,
so like lighter political.
well,
nah.
What am I getting ready for?
we've got confessions. We've got confessions. We've got a
I don't
couple
know
of
what
videos.
Confessions is because the last time I watched Confessions was like some porno.
Whoa.
So I mean, this was like when I was in 14, you know. So I mean, what are we
Yay.
talking confessions here?
What a legend. No, these are what is it?
That channel
Instagram?
called when we were like 12 years old? Bro?
ETV, dog.
ETV.
They had
bro.
Emmanuel.
12 Everyone fucking knows that shit.
Everyone knows that thing, bro.
Not
Everyone
the
knows
guy that fixes your phones. Eh? Not that
when,
Emmanuel.
when your mom's like, why are you still up? Nah, I'm just waiting for my show to come on.
Bro, you'd hear a door creak and you changing channels quickly. Out there, 12 midnight watching gospel SABC 1 until whoever's pouring water's done. But that's not the topic. Let's skip that shit.
Okay, so we go on. Yeah, I'd just like to know from your guys' side, what would you do? So there's one, I recently came across my friend's wife on Tinder. Should I mind my own business or would you spill the beans?
Yeah. That's a tough one, brother.
That is
Look,
a
okay.
rough one.
Fuck, dude, that is tough.
Wife, right? Wife.
Yeah, wife. Or you're like your friend's wife or something.
That's a tricky one. You know why? Because
You're going to hit her up.
I'd probably swipe right. I'd probably swipe right.
Bro, you think of one friend's wife, but there's some friends' wives that are not hot. You wouldn't swap right on some of them.
Cam, hot or not, right? Just to stir up the pot. You know what I mean?
You're like, hey, okay, I get where you're going
You know
with
what I
this,
mean?
dude.
And obviously, there's a huge chance that she'll accept because she's like, it's.
I better accept
it's
it while I
Benson,
was
it's
in
Benson.
shit.
Yeah, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And as she accepts, you start stirring the pot. What are you doing on Tinder?
Yeah. That's a mate.
But
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll be blunt. I've been in a relationship for a long, long time. I've been caught on Tinder and whatever, you know.
Hey,
and,
bro.
you know, it's just like, I owned it though, you know, like I finished from it plain down. Like I was like, yeah, I fucked up. I haven't been the most truthful hoe in the world. I'm just that type of guy. I'll be honest with you.
Okay, wait, but were you on Tinder and did something actually happen, or were you just like you're just checking what it's about, or you know?
how did she find out you were on Tinder?
Yeah, what,
Did she
was she on Tinder?
No, so okay. This is okay. So I mean, I was on Tinder. I met a girl up in Pretoria because I used to work in Pretoria quite a bit, and since then, I've obviously this whole fiasco had taken place. I don't travel as much as I used to because of that.
You're not allowed.
Yeah, I mean, rules and boundaries I think are healthy now. I mean, they work pretty well. But yeah, I ended up sleeping with this other girl, and then that girl ended up finding out I had a wife, and then she contacted my wife. And remember, the world is very small. The information's going to come out.
Especially in Africa, if you're white, we're very close to...
dude, I mean...
we're very close to incest, yeah, bro.
Dude, you're going to get caught. Every other person... I mean, I've been involved in so many men's groups lately. I don't know if it's like some calling that's happening or something's going on, but I've been meeting all these people, and they've all been in the exact same situation. And I think it's a really dodgy road to go down.
It's a dodgy road,
but it's an easy road as well because I mean, back in the day when we were young, we wanted to hook up. You had to go out and hook up.
Yeah.
Now you want to hook up. It's like literally a list for pussy.
100%.
It literally is a menu to say, well, who am I going to F tonight? Like, literally, that's what it is.
And here's the thing, is that if you're on Tinder, it's like, nobody's playing silly buggers. If you're on Tinder...
No, they're there because they want to fuck. Dude.
100%.
That's all these dating apps. People are like, I'm looking for a relationship.
No, you're not. You're looking for
that chick will suck your dick before you can buy her dinner. They're literally there to get dick. And you're there to get the pussy. I mean, that's literally all it is, dude.
But on a
the scary thing, in my opinion, having kids. I mean, I know friends that have got 14-year-olds and shit now. I mean, how do you monitor that shit? Because today, you're 14-year-olds going using that app, and they're just pumping the world blind. Bro.
What?
No,
this is reality.
No, but it's true because like I do know for a fact like.
It's easy to just put any date there and you're 18, you have access to the app.
True.
I walked into, I was with you, but I'm not going to mention the place. I was with you and Chad. And
was I there?
No, you weren't there. I think you were
You're
on
still
work.
out of the picture at the time.
No, I think he was shooting that weekend.
Oh, he was too.
Yeah,
okay,
he
I know
was
exactly
shooting,
what you're talking about. Shit.
So what happened was
safe.
We're chilling at a bar, right?
Yeah.
And I see this girl. I'm single, ready to mingle. So I chat her up. So we start talking, and I find out she's 19. Right? She's 19.
Fresh to go.
No, not fresh to go. Fresh for jail. That's still fresh for jail. I know legally
that's legal, but that's legal.
But still, like morally, that's...
You go back to the 1400s. I mean, like 16 was legal, ready to go.
13, bro.
13, you were being married and you were having kids, dude.
The king was with the 13.
Evolve their culture, us as well, because you can't be going for a 19.
Yeah, but the African culture still is doing the 16-year-old thing.
But you know what the crazy thing is? The crazy thing is that when I looked at her and you'll be my witness,
absolutely.
You would think she's about...
Yeah, I mean, that is the scary thing. Girls are aging so much faster than guys because of all the shit we eat, dude. The stuff in the food today, I mean, the girls... You could never take a chance now. I mean, I never had to ask a girl for an ID when I...
What do you ask them now?
No.
Before we chat, how's your ID?
I mean, that would be a safe bet, guys. Like, literally be like, listen... I want to fuck you, but I need to check your ID. Literally, I would be like, I need to see your ID because she may look. Some of them look like 30 years old already, bro. And I'm going like, dude, and that's happened to a lot of us over the years. And we go like, oh my god, I just this shit went down.
But the craziest thing is, so I find that out. So I'm like, so how old's your friend that's at this bar with you, right?
Oh,
and guess what the age is?
Tell us.
15 years old.
Yeah. No, man.
I promise you.
Shouldn't be at the bar.
Shouldn't even be at the bar.
Get in. I remember going to clubs. Listen, they asked every single mother effer for your ID. If you looked, if you didn't have a beard, or
even
you looked old. They asked for your ID. Girls, guys, didn't really matter. Yes, they're a bit more lenient on the girls, but I mean, come on. You could pick up a 15-year-old with a bat.
100%.
I mean, let's be real. Maybe not the 18-year-olds because their 3-year growth difference is quite
significant.
Yeah, dude. I mean, yes, it's pretty. Some of these 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds, they do look much older. I mean, they're fully developed, which is quite scary. I mean, I've got some 14-year-olds now, they look like proper women, dude.
Yeah,
it's
crazy. It's the stuff you're eating. But back to that confessions before we skip to the next one.
Yeah, I've been the most honest here, so someone else needs to be as honest.
No, bro, nobody's done
that's your part of the job.
You talk shit, you're
that's why we got
bitches.
you on the show. But going back to that confession,
coming.
right? Going back to that confession, right, Matt? So as a homie, right? jokes aside, do you tell your mate that the missus is on Tinder, or do you mind your own
100%.
business?
I'm telling my mate, bro.
Fucking
I'm,
right.
I'm screen grabbing and I'm telling my mate, bro.
My mate's
Like,
finding out same time I find out. My mate's finding out 30 seconds later. Like, have you seen this?
Yeah,
But
I think it's fair because it stops. It also, as mates, it also you're protecting your mate. Yes, you're being a prick at the same time because he's gonna feel like that way, but that guy's doing the wrong thing. Like I was doing the wrong thing, and then it kind of straightened me out and was like, I shouldn't actually be doing this type of shit, bro. If you're gonna be separating and carrying on, then yes, I would say cool. Then it's different game.
Yeah, different ball game.
Whole different ball game. But I mean, if you know this guy's married, he has kids, and he has done. I mean, I was in that position. I appreciate that I got caught at the same time.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a good bro. Like if it's like that like.
Where his
like
heart
really
really
cherishes his wife, and like when you go out with him, like he's really a solid
and those
mate.
are the guys that get hurt the most.
They do. I mean, the good guys get hurt the most. I mean, I've helped so many people and done so many different things. I've taken a lot of shit in my life, bro. I mean, we do get smashed a lot, and then we don't know how to deal with it. Guys growing up with my history and my past, I mean, we don't know how to actually talk about emotion. Guys and emotion, that's another big topic,
Yeah, like that's why we're killing ourselves, bro.
That's why we're dying so much younger than women. Because
and we're killing ourselves.
I cannot talk about half the shit that goes through my head because, whatever the case would be, because I'm just so focused on, I need to get from here to here, because if I don't get to here, the
family's gonna
shit's gonna happen. Yeah, man. Yeah.
But for me, honestly, on that confessions, that's a freaking dope one. Between the two of the guys behind the cameras, that was a brilliant one. But for me, I think man. I think I'd also tell you, Matt, if I saw like your missus on Tinder, you know why. Because I feel like
but I mean, are we talking wives or are we talking girlfriends?
No, it's a wife. It's a wife.
Yeah, if it's a girlfriend situation, for me, I would be kind of like,
yeah, and swipe right.
Yeah, I'd be like, swipe right just to stir the pot. But I mean, I wouldn't go out of my way. I mean, if you've been dating for like 8 years, well, you should be fucking married by now. Like, if your chick's now,
but that's a tricky one.
Yeah, I didn't know. It's not tricky.
8 years,
8 years, and you're still dating. I mean, come on, you're just fuck buddies.
You just fuck buddies,
and you don't have kids and all that stuff, but you're still dating. Come on.
Yeah, guys. So I think that's the conclusion of that one.
Next one, let's go.
How's this one?
All right,
do you want to come sit on this side?
Let's go.
Wait, one more.
Yeah.
So, like, what is your guys' opinion? So when my girlfriend posts a bikini picture, it's fine. But when I like other girls' bikini pictures, it's a problem. I don't understand that.
Double standards. Double standards, 100%.
Yeah, for me, it's just like, why, like, clearly you want attention if you're posting.
If you're posting bikini pics, what's the reaction?
Yeah,
ooh,
it's
sexy,
so
fire flame emoji.
The IFB guys that post for their bodybuilding pictures and they're in good physiques and whatever, and every second girls liking it. I mean, come on.
I think
reality. Girls just catch different attention. Let's be honest.
But your missus posting bikini pictures just like on a personal level. Yeah, does that sit right with you?
Yeah, I mean, I would love it. I mean, I would be like, I'm
crazy.
taking that chick home and I'm pressing it, but you're just looking at it. And 100%. You're dreaming about it, but I'm pressing it.
Doesn't it open room for
DMs?
DMs?
Well, I mean, once again, that is a personal thing. Yes, it might happen. I mean, it's human nature. But I mean, like, there's like marriage, girlfriend, different things.
You're right. I think the bodybuilding thing is a little bit different because I mean like that's like, let's just say like your hobby, your gym, your soccer, whatever it is. Your job, like, so I think that's a little bit different. Like even if it was a girl who was a bodybuilder and posted a bikini picture or whatever, that's her life. That's her thing. Yeah. I think modeling also is a little bit different, but if you're just the ordinary person or whatever and you're posting bikini pics and stuff,
it's
I think
tricky.
I think you're doing it for attention.
Because you know what?
Well, you're looking for attention, but I mean, you also, I don't know. You also the biggest thing about Instagram and all these different apps now, I mean, self-appreciation. I was in really, really good shape when I was, a couple of years back, and I still have really good shape.
Yeah, it probably still is compared to me.
I mean, so self-appreciation. I remember when phones first came out, the cameras, you would take pictures and send them to girls because, that's how you hooked up and whatever. I mean, you appreciated how you looked. And when you got a good photo of yourself, it was kind of like, wow, this is what I actually look like, because you don't really know what you look like. So self-appreciation has gone from being that to being glorified by in a whole different manner.
Yeah. And that goes back like to what we were speaking about with music as well. Is people aren't real anymore, bro.
This is it.
Yeah.
I mean, what
People
you see
aren't
behind
real.
camera, they're not. I mean, if you had asked that question that you asked just now, I mean, how many guys would have been as blunt and honest as I was? I mean, most guys would have kept their mouth shut, dude.
None.
Dude. I mean, most guys would have not had the balls to even mention it. They would have just gone,
But
that's
yeah, bro, like that's a crazy one, Chad, because at the end of the day as well, man, it really comes down to what your relationship is like with your person as well, you know? Like, who's that guy from Adam 22? The no jumper guy,
Lina
right?
the plug.
Right? So, you know what?
Lina
And
the
he is
plug.
the plug, man. He's one of my favorite podcasters out here, bro. But the crazy thing is, Andrew Tate calls him out. So his missus is like, when I say missus, I mean like his wife, right?
So, bruh, can I just say something?
Say something.
Okay, so this guy, Adam 22, he's got a show called The No Jumper, bro. Like, it's huge, it's big. It's been like going
massive.
since like probably 2016 or something. SoundCloud rapper stage.
SoundCloud days.
Yeah, it's like our shit, like our generation type of stuff. So this guy has No Jumper. He has another podcast called Plug Talk. So like his chick Lina the Plug was the first OnlyFans woman to like make $1 million or whatever. So they're like quite big in the corn scene and stuff like that. So
What's the corn scene?
yeah,
What's a corn scene?
The corn scene.
YouTube will know what corn scene is.
The OnlyFans scene.
So now
But adults
Everyone's busy
OnlyFans.
YouTubing.
he has this other show.
What rhymes with corn?
Nah, come kazi.
There we go.
Oh, you guys didn't know that?
They weren't with you.
No, bro.
I was not with you. Corn, like just say
Yeah,
corn, dude.
no.
Like just say like.
Okay, so he has. So what I'm getting at is he has these two shows. He has No Jumper, which is big. He has another one called Plug Talk, which is like having a show with like other strippers or like corn stars and stuff like that. Porn
stars.
So
porn.
the Plug Talk is obviously has a podcast with the chicks and stuff. It's like him and Lena the Plug and stuff like that, and they interview other ladies and that, and then afterwards they get to do the deed.
Oh,
yeah,
literal.
yeah. So they get to do the deed afterwards. So now there's a new show that's come out. I think they're kind of like going like the Kim Kardashian route,
Reality show type vibes,
type vibe. So there's this new one out where actually like her and him. So it's always been like him and two females, like him and his wife. So Lena's his wife, and then like another.
I reckon I
star.
can convince my wife she was talking about.
Your
stuff
wife
like
will
this.
kill you.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Your wife will kill you.
So what I'm
There's a
getting
number.
at is
Hope she doesn't watch this podcast.
they have this show that's coming out, this reality show, and it's like they were interviewing other guys to like now like sleep with his wife as well. So now it's Adam 22, another guy, and now they're gonna.
So what happens if the balls touch and stuff like that, dude?
I don't know what happens.
What would you?
Situation.
Are you sure? You sound pretty invested in this.
It's just like interesting. Like I've never ever seen this shit before. Like I'm not accustomed to it, bro.
Yeah, but that's the crazy thing is when Andrew Tate calls him out, so they get married. I think about a week later, she goes and does what Chad's talking about. They go do their little show and she hooks up with a dude. Now she had actually never had it up the
arse.
I wouldn't put it past
Oh,
her.
right, yeah.
up the other thing, right? She had never had from these outside guys.
Yeah.
And then after marriage, she gets her first one like that. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everything goes down to the type of relationship you have. So with whoever that confession's from, you got a lot to think about.
Okay, one more confession because this is quite interesting.
Oh, one more confession.
This is good. I like this.
Okay.
And then we can jump into the next thing.
Yeah. But seriously, guys, like if you see your friend's wife on Tinder,
Look, if they're real mates,
You tell.
You gotta tell them, man.
Definitely confront your mate, but don't be a cunt about it.
and there's no such thing as the bro code. It's just being
just be real.
a genuine human being.
Yeah, just don't be a prick about it. You know, confront your mates and
I'd
be
still
honest.
laugh at you. I'd be like,
I'd be like,
I'll
dude,
swipe right, dog.
dude, yeah. Just to let you know, like I've got your wife on my DM. You know, like,
Hey, I don't even want to carry on.
Guys, I'll be honest, I've never even used Tinder. I've never had it on my phone.
yeah, I have.
It's such a big confidence booster because
Oh my
the
God.
ones that
Well,
you think are
I mean, if you look
actually
like
and they do
you,
swipe
I can imagine.
right, you're like, yes.
Photos are
But then
deceiving.
it's like 2 or 3 speech bubbles, and she's like, nah, he's definitely not gonna get it. Yeah, Tinder's a tricky one, funny one, but yeah,
There's many apps like Tinder, bro. There's so many now.
Before someone starts revealing.
Yeah, so this one's, I don't know, you can take it how you want to. My ex took a video of us doing the deed before things came to an end. I found someone else, but the intimacy is just not the same. I've been over a year later, and I still watch the video when I'm alone.
Oh,
Yeah.
Whoa, give that to us again. Whoa, I need to process that shit.
One more time.
Okay, one more time.
that is rough.
My ex took a video of us doing the deed before things came to an end. I found someone else, but the intimacy is just not the same. It's been over a year later, and I still watch the video when I'm alone.
With the ex.
So she's imagining her ex pumping while she's pumping.
You don't know if it's a he or she.
Oh,
You don't know what
true.
This is true. It doesn't say that. It's a she, he. We'll call it
Whatever
it
it identifies as.
a brick.
That is no, guys. Like I don't know, man. I think yo, that's a rough
I
one.
think she probably just moved on too soon.
No,
Didn't let it heal. Or he.
No,
whoever you are.
No, it doesn't stipulate.
I mean, if it was a woman and the guy had a whopper, you know what I mean? Like, how do you come back from that?
Like, you don't come back from that because you're getting punished.
that's.
You just say, and then you're going into something like,
But you're not imagine.
Don't look to your left, guys. It's probably big. That's probably big.
wrong color skin. I gotta look forward. I gotta look forward. Make sure. Look at the white toes.
Don't look to your left. That's rough, Chad. But that's a rough one. You know, I look at it like this. Imagine being the new guy. You know, and you
But he has no
He has no clue.
For her
Right?
to get to peak, she has to go back to the ex.
Hey.
What does that say about you?
Go watch some corn.
You've got no skills.
Well, that's it. I mean, then I would just pull the relationship off because you have no connection clearly, and the sex just isn't living up to
Yeah.
standards.
But it's been a year, Matt. It's been a year, and
No, but did you find? Yeah.
you think every time she gets to the peak, it's because of you.
Bro, you don't know. That's the thing is, you don't know.
You know how many relationships I've spoken to, like even like amongst mates. I mean, you actually don't know how many guys like their wives are, keen to pump that night and they're tired. You know, it happens with guys as well. And then, I mean, the guys are like, oh, you can't come. So you're just like thinking of like shit you used to think of when you were younger. You know,
Oh, that's rough.
girls do the same
Yeah,
thing.
we all
It's
human,
a
bro.
reality of life. But I mean, as you get older, that shit changes. Like I said, it's relationship circumstance.
But I still do believe that makes women a little bit more devious than men. I think we're the furthest thing from devious. Because, bro, if it's going to be a whole year, where you need...
Most O's would have gone and pumped someone else. Whereas if for the woman to be sticking around, there's got to be, I get
You know what I mean?
that. Most guys would have been like, fuck it, I'm over your chairs. I'm going to go fuck someone else.
Imagine being the guy on the receiving end, bro, of that whole situation. Because...
He doesn't know.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't know, but let's say he finds out. Then what, bro? What do you do?
Break
of
it
course
off.
you break it up.
100%.
You've
You don't
got to
know.
break. You've got to end it. You've got
Or
to
you
end
go
it.
for like penis enhancement or whatever. You know.
No, that's too much money for a... that's too much money for a hun.
Bro,
that
how do you
may
know?
do the same thing. You know what I mean? Because think about it, bro. The video is a year old. It's a year old. And she's still thinking of her ex.
Yeah.
And you've been out here
I find
paying
that fun.
for dates.
I find that funny as well, dude.
You've been out here paying for dates, buying lobsters like you white Vitos do, taking her to the beach, taking walks on the beach, selfies. Me as the black guy taking her to Club Live, buying
KFC.
Hennessy, KFC. You know what I mean? So what
Sounds
I'm
more
trying
expensive.
Yeah, your shit sounds more expensive, dude.
But either way, we're still pulling up money, all of us. And that's my thing. It's just like, as well, like relationships are so financially bound right now. Like it's crazy. Like
I don't think
like dolls won't
if
go
you're
for
gonna
you
start
if you're broke.
dating, don't pay for the bitch. Make her pay for herself.
Okay,
That's
who
just that
pays for the
simple,
first
dude.
date? Who pays for the
You
first
both
date?
pay. You both pay. It's just that simple. Go back old school. Forget about it. Things aren't as cheap as they used to be. If she's working, you make that lady pay. Simple, bro.
But then
Until she earns her value and she values you and vice versa, that's when you can decide.
But
What if she's a breadwinner? Because like, let's be honest.
no. It's a really good question because
Get a job.
I mean, are you talking marriage? Like
No,
if
I'm
she's
just
the
talking
breadwinner?
about like I was just saying like if you're dating, because I mean there are women that are earning
way more,
way
yes.
more money than I'm earning right now.
especially in this country.
100%. Like, what
absolutely,
if she's a breadwinner? Do I
It's
still
very
pay or
different
does
to
she pay?
overseas where the woman actually
I
generally gets
believe-
paid less,
I
but here they
think-
get paid a lot more.
I think, in the words of,
But I mean, definitely.
Oh.
I mean, Chris was earning a lot more than I was for a long time, and
Chris is a female, by the way,
yeah,
not a
yeah,
dude.
not a dude. I mean, I thought about swinging that way. Nah,
Yeah,
I
and
never
No way.
Oh no, you really did it.
you're gonna get cancelled. Piers Morgan's coming for you.
coming
cuz.
out here.
But look, she paid for a lot back then because I was working like 4 different jobs. I hadn't finished my studies. I hadn't done a lot. I was still building my business at the time, so she carried. And then when her thing fell apart, then like ever since then, I've been carrying for many, many years. So like I said, if there is that connection and if you do appreciate one another, I think it works both ways.
Yeah.
And I mean, if it's always up to the man to pay and that's the expectation, then get rid of that bitch and find a new one. Simple, plain and clear, bro. I mean, Cam,
Yo.
be realistic. You've been with your chick for a long time. You're not married yet, but you have a kid together.
Yeah,
Imagine-
it's been 13 years. Yeah,
Yeah. So okay.
How long?
Imagine you.
13.
Yeah.
I've never lasted
Okay.
that long.
So imagine now you lose your job tomorrow or something happens to you, God forbid. Would she leave you or would she stay? This is the biggest question amongst women. Most women, guys
leave.
lose their shit or something
They'll leave.
happens to them. What
They'll
happens
leave.
with most women?
They'll leave. Most
So
women will leave.
In your head now, I'm asking you this question. Do you think your missus will stick around?
Okay, well, first of all, we've got to start this off with a bit of a confession. We've actually just recently separated.
We've just finished the confessions
Because
podcast.
this wasn't the case. Like,
It wasn't.
oh wow.
Like,
Yeah, but just touch on
But
on
answer
that.
like if
But I
you-
will answer the question like we were still together, and
Yes.
no, she wouldn't duck. Like,
Yeah, you
Nah,
see.
she's
After that
amazing.
long-
Yeah, you see.
I love her. She's an amazing
Whoa.
woman.
she would 100%.
Did you see her on Tinder? What's
Nah,
going on
she's
here?
an amazing woman, bro.
Well,
What's going on
she
here?
was there.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, shit happens in relationships. Like he's
Yeah.
separated.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I said, I mean, it's being open-minded and being respectful to what happens. And then, like, he's getting separated, dude. I mean, I've been very close to that, considering what the things I've done. And I've been a naughty motherfucker. And I shouldn't have been. But I mean, for me, I'd never had anyone to guide me or be there, Matt, don't do this, do this, do this. You know, I've never had any of that. And I wish I did. But also, I'm old enough to make my own decisions, so I can't use it
Yeah,
as an excuse.
facts.
Just that
100%.
simple.
And the reason why we separated wasn't because like I was a dodgy motherfucker and I wasn't.
That's why he's
Cam.
wearing, that's why he's wearing glasses.
I don't know why he's wearing glasses.
We just
What's he drinking behind that computer?
We are very warm here, because we are
That
overheating.
Very warm.
wine is warming them.
We are warm.
yeah, you guys
but
are
like-
sleeping on one.
Yeah, you were saying, Cam?
Yeah. So what happened was we just the age
Yeah.
old thing we just
Grew apart.
We
Yeah,
just drifted
yeah,
apart,
yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with that. But luckily
Yes.
for us, it's still amiable. We still co-parent. We still coexist. We still live together.
Co-parenting, carrying on.
100%.
Role
But
model.
Yeah,
just
you
the
see
romantic
that's
side.
good. So like for guys and the women,
But that's
that are
that's
getting
you.
separated, that's the way to do it. You coexist for the rest of your lives till your kid is self-sustainable. You don't. Well, not either of you should run away. So I mean, even if I had to get divorced tomorrow, I wouldn't be like, you know what, fuck you. You're on your own. Do your own thing. Not a
You
chance,
still-
bro.
and you know what?
You're
You're
still responsible
you're
for
still
that
tied.
life.
You're still tied to them.
I mean, you're
no
still
matter what.
responsible,
Yeah.
even for her. I mean, I've got to be responsible for her. Like, she's still got to live. She's still got to survive. Even
Yeah.
if you didn't have kids, forget kids. I mean, that you still. But people don't think that way. They just go, you
Yeah.
know, like, well, you know, we divorced. You did this. You did this. You did this. So cheers. I don't think like that. I mean, we've had this discussion many times. I said, if it does come to this, I'm not just going to leave you on the streets. I'd literally go, I would, as a man, take it on my own shoulders and say, well, there's, you keep the house, do your thing, and I'll go and make it happen, you know?
Yeah, but it's tricky, man, because Cam's situation and yours are like
Vastly different.
are
exactly.
like two speckles on the shore. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
100%,
Because,
absolutely.
bro, if I'll be honest with you, so I don't know how much you guys watch South African content on TikTok. I know you guys do, but
Well, I don't.
you know,
I don't,
you come across some.
Sorry, as much as I'm doing this YouTube thing, I don't have TikTok.
I know
Yet.
you need to get
I need
TikTok
to
because
get it.
you
Yeah,
are
bro,
now-
you're sleeping on a TikTok.
You're sleeping on
TikTok is
TikTok.
one of 2
You know how
apps I
much-
have. I have
you know how much
YouTube and I have
things get
TikTok. That's it.
exposed.
I live on
on
YouTube because it's history and politics. That's pretty much my
you
thing.
need to start realizing.
Yeah, no.
Doing
no,
a young
no.
people show, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm playing with you, but like the honest truth is, we've got things like girlfriend allowances now, right? Girlfriend allowances. I'm talking
The
about.
fuck is that?
So a girlfriend
Never
allowance.
heard of that shit.
Let me tell you, I love doing this show with my white boys. I love it because some of the
Can
terminology.
someone grab the smokes and the ashtray so I can get smoke here?
Yeah. Someone needs to go get the cigarettes.
But
let me.
This shit, though.
No, someone's gonna go get it. But let me tell you. Let me tell you what a girlfriend allowance is. So a girlfriend allowance is generally where the guy, whether married or not,
It's a black or white thing, dude. Or
it's a
celebrity.
black thing right now. But I think white people do it, but it's not as publicized.
Okay.
Right. So what happens is, generally, you can't give a girlfriend allowance if you broke, because a girlfriend allowance is not $100,
What are you
1,000
giving an
rand.
allowance for? To suck your dick or go buy stuff?
But this is what happens. You are literally paying for a flat. You're paying for a car, her cell phone contract.
Just to get.
Tana, that's not an allowance.
Just to
That's
get
a
laid.
fucking
That's not an
salary.
allowance.
I'm
That
serious.
is a live.
I'm
That is a
seriously
salary,
going in with
bro.
this one. You are paying about.
Is this amongst the black people?
Yeah, dude.
No, Vitos do it as well. No, but
no
Vitos
way.
don't. You guys pay
we
on the
don't,
spot and buy.
Yeah, we don't do that. This has got to be a black person.
This has got to be a more of a black thing,
It's
dude.
huge. It's huge in our major cities like Durban, Cape Town, Joburg. You know, everything starts in
Yeah.
Joburg. So what happens
The
is
women have got you, eh?
Kazi, bro, it's that. It's that. But anyway, some of that make guys go. But on the real, so you paying for this chick's palsy. You paying for her hair. No, but listen to this shit, bro. You paying for her hair. You paying for her nails. You paying for her flat. You paying for her car. You paying for her cell phone, right? And you must now think about it. In this day and age, she's not gonna want a flat in Wannabe.
No, she wants to live in a Mshlanga.
She
bro.
wants a flat in Mhlanga,
Yeah,
right?
dude.
She wants a flat in Mhlanga or Belito, right? She doesn't want to drive a Toyota Yaris. She wants to jump into a Mini Cooper S
Bitch must
2023.
Uber.
You know what I mean? And that's what a girlfriend allowance is. It's basically literally what it means. It's
Okay, wait. I have a
That is a
question.
girlfriend's salary just to get your dick
Yeah,
sucked.
it's a girlfriend salary. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a
that's
question.
gnarly.
Is this guy that's paying this girlfriend allowance?
My man,
Is he in another relationship or is this the only?
He's married.
That's what I'm asking.
Oh, this
He's
is
married.
the side chick. This is the side chick.
This is the side chick.
Oh, shit.
Wait.
Okay, I have someone involved in this very circumstance.
You better not be looking my way.
No,
my way.
not your way. Like in terms of like, I
broke for a
know
side chick.
people who've been married to certain family members of mine who are exactly that type of.
No
Who
way.
are that side chick.
You kidding? There's no
dude.
way.
Yeah, I
Wait.
guarantee you, dude. I guarantee you.
Listen
dude.
to this one.
She's that side chick.
Let me read one more. My boyfriend keeps buying me expensive things and gives me a lot of money so that he can sleep with other girls without me leaving him.
Oh,
Same thing.
Same thing, bro.
Same
That's
thing.
it. On the head, dude. You see? Like, dude.
I was gonna miss that one, but I was like, hey, I'll bring it in for this one.
But that's the thing.
But how do you do that? I mean, because I
you
mean,
need to be in tenders.
but
You
not
need to be in
only that-
tenders.
Oh yeah,
You
dude.
need to have a Paki shop somewhere in Point Road. I'm serious, bro. You don't understand how much those guys make, bro. But anyway, you really need to be printing money first and foremost to be even considered. You know what I mean? Because
Look, you know, for me, honestly, is it worth it? Because then, you know, if you're married and your wife doesn't know about it, you know, then like she's got you by the balls for the rest of life. She
I
can
think
push
it's
that
worth it if
price.
you don't get
She
caught.
can push that salary up to as far as she really fucking wants. Oh, she's letting the cat out the bag.
you know what the craziest thing is? I feel like obviously it's not out in the open as for now, but
Like,
I think a lot of guys are getting blackmailed for that.
How do you set a price limit on her in terms of her salary, not to
My
let the cat
bro,
out the bag?
you know how much a weavers like quality type shit.
We don't know. We don't know.
I'll
We
tell
have
you.
no idea,
Let me
dude.
tell you.
Can
You know
think
the
you
bob.
can
You know
weave
the
this shit?
You know your bob cut type.
I know
shit.
it's
Yeah, we know
expensive.
that stuff.
Remember the bob cut,
But I
right?
remember even
Yeah,
the
we know some
extensions,
stuff,
I mean,
not-
I spoke
not
to many
everything, we know
African
some
girls.
stuff.
Dude, they have those extensions and all that shit.
The extensions are cheap.
Wait.
If you're a boyfriend,
dude.
no, seriously, if you're a boyfriend, rather get extensions than a weave. I promise you now, because have you guys know what
doesn't
about
a weave
you
hurt
get-
like shit
listen,
as
you
well?
guys came up with the bob cut. You know, our teachers
yeah,
cut in
dude,
our school,
simple,
right?
bro, yeah.
Yeah, the
That
car and
weave-
That
cut.
was the shit. You middle part that shit and you
Bieber
realize
What's it,
fever.
Karen?
But listen,
Karen.
the weave of that hair length, right? The bob cut. you will get a weave of this hair length, just above the neck.
Yeah.
About a good like 9 G's, 10 G's.
Fuck
no.
I'm telling you.
Nah, dude.
I'm telling you.
Come on, I see
right?
them doing it in. I
And the
see them
thing
doing
is-
it in the settlements.
But the thing is, with all these hairdos, like a bob is nothing. It could be freaking Peruvian. If it's a bob, they don't care. They want that 40-inch type shit.
Fuck.
That comes right up your ass. Now, obviously, sexy red type shit.
Yeah,
Sexy red type shit. Now, think about it, Matt. If your bob is 9K, how much are however many centimeters added to that to make 40 inches? Or how many ever inches are added to that to make 40 inches? So those are paying
Can we speak in like centimeters?
centimeters. Bruh,
This is America,
it's tricky
bruh.
because I've
Times it by like 2.
No, but that's how the hair is like.
100%.
Yeah.
That's 120 centimeters, dude. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is there's so many crazy things that are happening. Like a girlfriend allowance, guys. Think about it. So you are paying, let's say, just hypothetically, you're paying 100K for your side pay, right? You've got 4 kids with your main missus.
Fuck that.
So that
Sounds
means
like too much money.
Yeah, that means you just got too much money. You don't know what to do with it,
Yeah,
dude.
it sounds
and
like
you
you're
don't have
bored.
you don't have enough hobbies.
Yeah.
You don't have enough hobbies, dude.
Yeah. You
It's
need
that simple.
hobbies.
You need hobbies, dude. Keep yourself busy.
It's what we spoke about quite a while
yeah,
ago.
we have
when-
spoken about similar things.
No,
bro.
but yeah, it's similar to the
Yeah.
black tax thing. Right?
Correct, yeah.
It's similar to the black tax
is
thing.
such a
but the
fucking
black
old
tax
school
thing is for me.
Yes, dude.
I feel like you'll go to heaven if you doing your black tax, you looking
No,
after
dude.
family.
No, you'll still
But
go
if
to
you
heaven
are-
regardless, dude.
Nah,
Bro,
bruh.
black tax. Let
It's
me
the
tell
load
you
of shit,
Let me
big
tell you
size shit
something.
ever.
Black tax
I don't
is
believe in black
heavy.
tax.
No, it's a big size shit
Let me
ever.
tell you why I don't believe
It's
in black tax.
fucking the
I believe-
generational wealth up properly.
No, but you see the thing is,
It really
bro,
is.
You cannot not look
No, it
after.
is.
Like look at it this way. My mom's looked after me my whole life, put me through school. I've now got a job. There has to be some sort of giving back.
No, 100%.
No,
But here's the
that's
problem.
not black
It's like
tax,
if there's a
dude.
funeral.
We're talking about
beg your pardon?
funerals and weddings and that type of black tax. I mean, that's fucking up
No, that's not
generational
black tax,
wealth.
bro. If you want to get married, your family is not saying go get married.
No, but I'm
No,
still
not
saying-
your
out
wedding.
here.
Not your
your
wedding.
your
Dude.
cousin's wedding.
Yeah,
How much you
dude.
paying for your cousin?
You're not paying for your cousin's
Your
wedding.
sister's getting married tomorrow.
There are
Yeah.
people
How
under
much is your
blankets
fucking
and they're waiting
family
for the money.
paying, and then how much is her family?
I would
paying?
say
It's a
no.
fuck
I would
up,
say
bro.
I would say as a whole, it's a
depending on
very
how wealthy the-
expensive event. But like me as the brother, I'm only gaining.
Vitos can go to a court and get married, bro.
We do that as well. But
Oh, fuck off.
no, we
Talk
do.
shit,
We do.
dude.
No, it's
No,
a lot
Labola,
of younger.
bro.
No, a lot of younger. No, seriously.
I've never heard a
So-
black guy going
so-
to court to get married, dude.
never
No, it
heard
happens.
Not in this
No,
country.
What do you mean?
Not in this country,
bro, but
dude.
I mean,
What do you mean?
Never.
What do you mean? Black people do that. Black people go to courts as well and get. Bro, even at our weddings, you have to have someone named.
Yes,
to sign
but
paper.
what I'm saying, they don't go to court just to
court.
get married and
No,
then
no,
they
but
don't
they-
have a marriage ceremony.
Can I be honest with you? It's not spoken about a lot, but it's something that's starting to become a trend. I'll be honest, it's not something we've been doing for years, but this is how it would go. If we go to court, lacquer, do the white thing, go have a bride, whatever. You know, do it.
yeah.
But the thing is, because we have all these other things we need to look out for, like culturally and so on and so forth, right? So what's happening now is a lot of black people or young youth is just doing the traditional black wedding, which I think is the way to go. You know what I mean? The white wedding, let it be for the white people. And in our traditional wedding,
No, you see, for me, the generational wealth thing I'm talking about. It's like what they have to spend in order to marry this particular woman is ridiculous. The white people have the funds to do it because they have generational wealth, so they can spend 100,000 rand a wedding. My wedding only cost me like 40,000 rand. if
That's
that.
cheap. You are so cheap. Did people bring their own drinks?
That's what it cost me.
did people bring
I
their
just
own
wasn't. No, I did. But I had to buy at the bar. Fuck them. I just didn't. I wasn't gonna pay for that shit. Dude, it's just that simple.
But I agree with you, dude. It is pretty expensive. Like there's this chick that's going around the internet, and she was also on a podcast, and she was ranting, bruh. She's like, "Where does the lobola money go? Can I see where the money goes?" This is what she says to her mom, but she's ranting and raving. Could be clickbait.
too much privilege.
No, you could say that.
Yeah,
but the thing is, I would not include stuff like lobola and all the
No, you have to,
ceremonies.
You
No,
have
I
to,
wouldn't
bud.
complain about that money because either way, if you want your things to go well, and I know we're gonna have a big back and forth if we had to go into it, but
Yeah,
with
sure.
us, what happens is if you don't do things by the book, obviously the traditional book, things could go sour. You know what I mean? Like for us, if I can't get married to someone without lobolaring them, it's just not the way to go. But at the same time, I do agree that it is getting out of hand now. I feel like some people are taking the piss.
Literally.
You know, some people are taking
dude.
the piss.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I cannot be living in Mlazi and you're asking me for live cows. Where am I going to put those live cows? You know what I mean?
Or just put them in your room. Don't worry.
Bro, I'm telling you, if you bring 15 on that day, I promise you, you'll leave with 7.
Yeah, dude.
Is there money exchange instead of cows?
That's what's happening
Well,
nowadays.
there is commercial.
But that's what's happening nowadays. Is it's more of a, I will pay actual cash than give you livestock. If my missus stayed here in this area, right? How the hell am I gonna bring 15 live cows? Would that not be chaos? It'd be mad chaos.
I mean, I just want to know, where do you draw the line?
That's my biggest
between,
question. Yes.
I get it, dude. Obviously, there's black culture and stuff like that, but where do you draw the line between westernization and then obviously keeping your culture? I think it's a big question to ask.
But we don't have to go the Western way.
Yeah. No,
That's the
100%.
thing. You know what I mean?
But you're saying, the women are leading that way, isn't it? Because
they're
hey, we want allowance and this and that. Yeah. So it's where do you draw the line?
Correct. There has to be a clearly drawn line.
But
this can escalate, dude.
But the line's not saying I'm crossing over to the Western side of things, you know? What the line should be saying is, okay, let's not exploit our men. You know what I mean? Let's not exploit who's paying. Like with you guys, I don't know if you guys...
but I mean, look at the Zulu women. They do get exploited far more than the men.
What makes you say that?
You know, in the general living culture. I mean, if you look at what happens
apparently all women are getting exploited because they don't make much.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about general Zulu culture. It's born and bred into them, you know, that
but
they
it's not
own
exploitation.
women.
It's what people have kind of believed in for so long. It's the same thing that we spoke about, that what does the black youth vote for? We know they're not going to vote for the DA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's what we know. But
I have a question.
Yeah.
The black youth, are they not voting for the DA, or is it just the older generation?
Even the black youth.
That's a tough one because I've spoken
even the black youth, it's tough, bro, because you know what? If I could say to someone and I'd be like, yo, listen, man, I'm thinking of voting DA, the first thing I'll hear is,
it's too soon.
You're already voting for the white man after 30 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They can't
too soon.
Yeah. I mean, I had this conversation when I first met you guys, or Bianca. Move on. You know, you guys need to...
You can't
it's
say
hard.
move on.
No, you can't say
move on.
I'm not saying get over it.
But that's the problem.
There's a vast difference in saying you guys need to start moving on and moving forward, forgiving and forgetting.
Bro, have you seen how crazy the Americans are still going? And
but imagine let's put it this way. Imagine after the Jews in the Holocaust, there were 6 million people. And they were still carrying on. Do you think they'd be as wealthy as they are today? They still run half the world.
Yeah, but that's subjective.
And you guys have the exact... It's not subjective.
It is.
You guys weren't killed by the millions.
What do you mean? You stamped out growth. Well, not you. But you stamped out growth. You stamped out growth as a people. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying, what I'm saying is just because of the little nitty gritties that come with cultural understanding and so on and so forth.
It does get passed down from generation.
It difficult. Yeah, it makes it difficult. It makes it difficult.
Absolutely.
Like, bro, if I had to wake up tomorrow and I said to my parents, yo, I want to get married, but I don't want to do the lobola thing.
Oh yeah,
bro,
sure.
No one's coming to my wedding. Except those that want a free dope and a free cha, but other than
that's me and Chad.
Be there, boy.
Yeah, dude, free car,
you know what I mean?
But
yeah, man, I think it's a conversation that we
need to dive into that far more.
Research it as a team as well.
Yeah, I think so, because I've heard different narratives, you know, from different levels of income earners, you know, that they want to leave that behind because they're not that they're getting completely westernized. You know, that's a very broad thing as well.
You guys
South Africa, we will never be completely westernized. I mean, we're so cohesive. I mean, if you look at the different... America is white and black. We are so diverse. Here, it's a vastly different thing. So to westernize a Muslim is near impossible. To westernize a Hindu...
That's what it should be here.
Yeah, to westernize a Hindu, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work, yeah.
I mean, to westernize a white is far easier than it is to do any other culture. But, I mean, remember now, I mean, you look at the cultural mix that we have in this country, there's nowhere else on this planet that there's this cultural diversity.
I know. I just want us, as South Africans...
Springboks are the best example for that.
I mean, with the cultural diversity in terms of what we're doing here in this country is far different. And if there was more cohesion in that, we would all thrive a lot more. Just that simple.
Yeah.
But I think as well, sorry, Chad.
Nah,
like with Chad and myself, like when my grandmother passed, right? We had this conversation, and we had a lot of work, right? We had a lot of work that we had to put out. You know the situation as a business, and so
sleeping until 10's hard.
I tuned Chad. I'm like, yo, bro, you're gonna have to hold the fort for a whole week. And Chad's like,
I remember I was like, no, dude, we got shit to do.
Dude, you were also one of those ones. Even one of our other
the black guy tells you, like, dude,
you know, and I'm like, it's a week, bro.
Dude,
it's a full on week. So what happened is, may her soul rest in peace, my gran, she passes away on a Sunday. I'm out with my cousins having a good time. We had a good time the night before, and we wanted to carry on the Sunday, right? And just, get rid of the babalas, everybody knows the story. Come on, everybody does it.
Everybody knows the story.
Everybody does it. But like
more than others, but yes.
But
Hair up the dog.
that is so not fair. That's so not fair. But so we spoke with Chad, and like obviously I said to Chad, yo, listen, man, it's not gonna be a 2-day thing where we all grieve and then someone goes and gets cremated. It's literally a whole week. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm saying
traditional mourning period.
Exactly, it's like a traditional mourning period. But my thing is, that's why I feel like it's not a topic we can dive into now. Like you said, we want to research it and not,
It's quite vast.
It's a very vast thing because
it is.
As soon as I started explaining it to Chad was like, oh, I see what you mean. You know what I mean? Because with us,
remember we have this preconception of like, what's the point of this? Why? This is so stupid. But
with us as well, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing from your side to us. We're like, that's so. I mean, how can you do? Like all those type of things, the nuances that come into play. Yeah. So I mean, diving into that and having a broader spectrum. I mean, we must definitely do that. I mean, I think
should, man.
It'll enlighten the youth of today because that is for that to still be continuing and not be understood in today's society. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy, bro. Because like, I do believe like. I've got, you guys are my mates, bro. You guys are my white bros. Yeah. You guys are always trying to convince me to vote DA, and I'm like,
we're just trying to get you to stop drinking.
Hey, you do you, whatever makes you happy, bro.
But I do believe the biggest issue, man, is getting to know each other. That's the problem with South Africans is that as much as it's been
too judgmental, bro.
Yeah, we're too judgmental, and we don't realize.
I don't think it's South African. That's worldwide, bro.
How many years? 30 years, some odd. 30 years,
30 years, bro. 1994.
That's it. 30 years, bro.
So it all comes. Look at us, bro. Like we have such a good like friendship. Shit, guys, don't fuck me over like that guy did, Tira, because this is gonna come back on the internet. They're like, yeah, we told you.
Yeah, you were warned. Yeah.
But I do believe that. Like the more we touch on each other's like understanding of the world.
More open spoken and more honest we are about it instead of getting pathetic about he said this and fuck that shit.
It's the same
like
thing.
The more honest you can be, the people go, oh fuck, they actually have a fucking point.
The same thing I said to you, like I always say to Matt, like when we had that conversation about like get over it. I'm like, it's not necessarily the problem getting over it. The problem is kind of like when it feels like it's forced down your throat, like you can't tell me about what I've been through, but you can help me by understanding that it's a sensitive topic. It's a topic that not a lot of one. You know what I mean? But hey, that's a topic for another day.
But remember, amongst men, being too sensitive there's a limitation.
Yeah, you can't be. Don't do what these rappers are doing in America and painting your nails and stuff. Stop that shit.
yeah. If any of you rappers do that, that's terrible.
Cam,
let's move on to the next thing.
Yeah. So Cam's got some TikTok stuff for us.
Oh God!
And Chad, it's YouTube right now.
It's just some YouTube videos.
Some YouTube. Sorry guys.
Just some light-hearted stuff, just to end off the show.
Okay, who's getting smokes before we continue? We can have a smoke.
Let me.
Grab
actually,
them.
there's a lot of black people watching. Some white guys got to do this. You can't send the black guy now. I'm the only one on the.
Yeah, that would be funny as fuck. Like, hey,
yeah, it's not happening.
Smoke.
Somebody,
I
please
mean,
go
how
get
quick was he to get up though?
It's because I want to smoke. Go get the smokes.
I think, yeah.
But as Matt goes, man, like gents, like just before we go into all the light-hearted stuff, I think the craziest thing that is kind of happening now is the fact that we've all got to kind of like come together. I know it's something that we all say, come together, and it's not easy. You know what I mean? It's like going to a rape victim and saying, oh, it's been 5 years since you've been raped. Get over it. You know what I mean? So I really do believe it's something that we all just need to kind of like, slowly work towards. I feel the way the country's shaped, you might be in for something else.
I think also like more than anything that I want for South Africa is like just for us to be like the role models of like I don't know, the rest of the world, just to show that diversity can change and diversity can bring us together and stuff. I know that like especially now we're going through a lot of dark times. I think we're very, very close to World War III.
A civil war.
Yeah, maybe even a civil war in South Africa. But like I just want us to be the role models. I think the Springboks are like the best
example of
the best example of like every race, everyone different, just coming together and like just showing what we can do if we all come together and you know we can overcome any obstacle. I mean,
that sounds like it sounds pretty fairy tale and unrealistic. It's easier said than done, but you can't put it any other way. I agree with you 100%. But I mean, easier said than done. Once again, it is literally. You know, I mean, I grew up around African guys. I mean, in Seaview. You know, like it's all the hookers and African people, and they were both my mates.
Why would you put that in the same sentence?
White hookers and African mates. Like literally, that was it. That's all I grew up around, dude.
I get you.
All right. So like, I mean, my gogo used to shy me like left, right, and center. She was my next mom. Literally, she was my second mother. So yeah, cohesion is a whole different thing. But once again, me and her son were the same age, and we had the same opportunities going to similar schools now because, like, my parents helped, and she was a live-in maid, and her son lived with us as well. So we grew up we did everything together, and we spoke together, and we always talked, and it was like, I just had a different drive. Like, I wanted to be something, and then he was like, I wanted it.
We're back.
You know? So, I mean, all we need is, like, to change the mentality from we deserve this, we want this, to I'm going to work for it. Now, this is across every spectrum of color now, because if I look at the white generation, it's a I deserve this, I need this. Like, I don't raise my kids. Yeah, dude, I don't raise
privileged
my kids like
generation.
Like, this privilege bullshit, this whole privilege crap. Like, dude, I mean, imagine going to friends, like, no, you must give me this. Like, bro,
yeah, I know.
My parents have been, you go get fucked.
Yeah.
Like,
Same here. Like, I think that kind of is one thing we need to keep is the way that we were raised. Like, I don't believe like that soft parenting shit. That soft parenting shit needs to end, bro.
We're gonna beat them.
Yeah, literally. That's
but you know what it does. You know
spare the rod, spoil the child. Yeah. It's just that simple. I mean, look at all the spoiled brats of today, and look at the shit that's happening in America. You move away from spirituality, whether you're Hindu, Muslim, and that there are certain rules to live and abide by in all cultures.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and African culture is actually pretty rough when it comes to the raising of their kids. I mean, they don't take shit. They shy. Like, you fucking carry on. Those aunties, I've seen them go mad, bro.
I give one to belt ones to my latis. or my lati, and then obviously his cousins.
How many kids did you say you have again?
I got one kid, bro. I'm not
sure.
I'm not moving at your pace, cousin. But let's move on to the YouTube videos, man. Chad, Cam, tell us what you got for us.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a surprise.
Yeah. Matt, when he's there, just done. He can.
Matt, there's two of us.
He can press play when he's ready.
I can finish that. You finished it already.
Yeah, sorry, I like it.
Wait, you guys clapped the whole one.
Yeah,
put that shit down, because they're not paying.
We are not playing games. We are not playing games. We're here to have a good time, like we said.
Yeah, I mean, yours is finished as well. Cam smashed his whole. Look how red he's got. He's playing.
I'd help.
He's playing.
Nah, he's just
Cam, I didn't hear a word you said.
I'd help.
But it is cheers. It is cheers from the dirt bin, guys. Grow with us.
Cheers, lads.
Cheers, lads.
Cheers.
Can't really drink a neat one, but I'll have one now.
Cheers, boys. Cheers, boys.
But yeah, man, you just keep watching the channel. We are really just trying to.
It's gonna expand. It's gonna evolve. This is the start of it all.
This is the start of it
all.
all.
You know, like with the famous saying, how do you start at something? You just start it.
You just go
for it.
Dude. If you're not willing to start it, you're never gonna do anything. It's like same in business.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to do it, you're never gonna.
It's like us. We'll have a logo next week. Promise. And a quick one just for everyone who's going to be enjoying our content. We will be dropping something at least once a week. We are not set on a date yet, but it's going to be a lot of fun, spontaneous stuff. Like I said, Matt wants to get a couple of interesting guests. It's going to be super interesting.
It'll be next week, Monday or Tuesday. I'm busy from Wednesday onwards.
There we go. So next
Cam
week,
gave you
Monday
a
or Tuesday.
schedule.
Yeah, there's the schedule.
There's
right
the
there,
schedule right there.
So not only that, Benson and Chad have their own channel, TMM as well.
TMM.
I
Gonna
have
be
one
dropping that
Sports
soon.
Shack, and obviously now I help run MNC.
You know
So yeah, you're going to have the fighting stuff going on. We're going to be splitting the channels. Then you got all our sporting events that are going through there as well. So you're going to have a lot of different content coming your way. So the more you guys get involved and help us grow this thing, the better.
Yeah.
You know,
And I just believe that it's about time we spoke about stuff on a blunt basis, straight basis, opinion basis. I think a lot
There's
of
no one in South Africa really talking about
yeah,
these type of
like
things,
we
being
looking
open about it.
Yeah, I'm looking at all the podcasts and I'm starting. I feel like when success comes, you kind of have to change.
Yeah,
but,
it does. Your mentality and everything changes.
but we're not gonna do that. So guys, it is cheers from the dirt bin.
Yeah.
Cheers, Kazi. And to you guys
Right,
behind the
let's
camera.
jump on to whatever
fuck,
Chad's
brother.
put on.
Number one.
I got a fat guy on a donkey here.
Yeah,
There's a fat
yeah.
guy on the donkey. You know what? The whole show I've been like, I want to see what the fat guy on the donkey is about to do. Let's watch
yeah.
it. What the hell's going?
That has got a fucking pimple on his forehead. Dude, that was legit me when I was building my roof. Just so you know.
No, man, go back to the first one.
Take this bitch. Finished.
Wait,
Finished.
pause that. You gotta go back. You gotta play back to the freaking donkey, bro. What the hell?
Dude, have you ever ridden a donkey? How far back am I going?
Have I ever ridden a
To the
donkey?
beginning. Just go to the beginning.
Just go to the beginning, yeah. Don't worry, guys. We'll get our bearings. Like we said, it's a couple of guys having a couple of drinks, so you're gonna have to have a couple of drinks when you watch this.
Amen.
I go full screen.
Okay, wait. Pause that. Pause that quickly.
Dado had his own Indian shit going on.
You can pause it and just go back.
Right,
Go back.
right. Okay.
If you click the left arrow, it'll take you back 30 seconds.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
First, he doesn't know how to use YouTube, TikTok, and YouTube.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Okay,
I'm
guys.
in IT, I'm not into this.
Is that- that's-
I'll catch up very fast.
That's not a donkey, right?
That's a donkey.
That's a fucking donkey, dude.
No, go back. That looks like a miniature horse.
That's
a
what?
donkey.
That's
What do you think a
donkey from
donkey is?
Shrek.
It's the donkey from Shrek. What the hell? Okay, guys. First and foremost, you don't ride donkeys. You know the old saying. These are different videos, Matt. You have to
This is
pause
this
at a
is
certain
literally Benson.
point. Pause that.
That steak is finished, bro.
No. Come on. By the
Dude, I've done that. We've all done that. Do you think there's a chair when you're that pissed, you're finished, dude? You're gonna sit down.
I've done that in school, like when they pull the
Move your
chair
chair.
from. Yeah, I've done
No,
that.
but
Not
that's-
like try
the
to
chair
lean on
thing-
someone's
the chair,
car.
The chair thing is a little bit different. Like the person's being deliberate. You know what I mean? Like,
Maybe he's looking back.
but no, man. You can't. You just can't, bro. You can't. Play
Go
the
wait,
rest of that.
there's one more after this. The next one's quite funny.
That answers. Oh
No.
yeah, right there, dude. Black guys hate snakes, dude.
No, come on. Of course.
I'm gonna bring a snake on the next show.
Nah, brother, get the spade.
That was loud.
Whoa, what happened?
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh, John Cena music. Okay, what's...
The dining Sprite competition.
No, that's dumb. Pause that.
Yeah,
That's
no.
stupid shit.
That
I
was
can't-
like
This is why I don't watch this type of shit, because I
Pause
just
that.
can't, dude.
Go back to that. Pause that quickly.
Bro.
that was
We're supposed to be going through the videos, man.
yeah, that was just like the 5 that I picked,
Don't worry,
bro.
we'll just let it roll a little bit, but that bike is shit.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. No.
Dude, how was that getting up, bro? I would have been out of there, bro.
Go back 10 seconds.
Just
we missed
replay that one.
Dude, that got
Yeah, play from there.
shit kicked out of him.
Yeah, these guys are dumb.
Yeah.
And he wasn't...
So, dude,
And he's got
he's got shit all over him, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, we go.
The guy on the other side smacking it, yeah, you're my suppose.
He got shocked.
Oh, here we go.
Did you guys ever go to the one at Gateway?
Yeah, I live.
Oh, shit.
Dude, I used to live at the Wave House,
that-
and literally every second day I was
That
at the Wave
was
House.
not mimicking like waves, bro. I think they put that thing on full blast, so you
No,
fall and you want to try
you learn
again.
because the wave house pushes like that on a bigger wave.
So you get two. There's one like a wave rider or something like that.
Where you just learn to balance and flow with the water.
Learn to go fast because that thing's like pushing water back at you. So
100%.
like
You're
just
learning.
kind of getting the feel and like seeing how it works. And then the other one's like the big wave.
The big wave, yeah. I mean, you can push that wave up to 8 foot at Gateway.
Yeah.
I mean, and
8
you
foot
went,
wave.
and
Back
that's
in the
quite
day.
big, dude. Trust me. I
It
mean,
went up to level 10.
yeah, level 10 is what it was. So I mean, level 10 was awesome. When you were in that pit and you went as far back as you could, it was.
I always wanted to go on that thing.
Oh, dude, I
Didn't you
lived,
go?
dude.
No.
No fucking way you didn't
Not on
go.
the actual wave.
Lived.
No
Oh,
way.
you're such a bitch.
I didn't.
No,
For
bro.
a surfer, you're a pussy.
No, let me tell you something.
And you surf.
Let me tell you something. Like when I was younger, I used to be in a band, and the Gateway used to have this festival called the Uprising Festival.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, we just used to be able to go.
No, Uprising Festival was part of the Gateway thing, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Was
100%.
it?
But
Yeah.
then the thing is, like, you get into like, okay, so for regular people, they would pay to get in, and then you get like a band.
Correct,
But
yeah,
you get
yeah.
to watch the concert with like, I don't know, there were 20 bands. or
There were
whatever.
lots of bands that used to play there.
And they would be, then you'd be able to use the skate park and the wave house and whatever. It was like
Correct.
this big thing.
Correct,
But
yeah.
because I was in a band, I got like an all
I mean,
access
GVB,
thing.
George van Blurk, was one of the guys that built that skate park, dude, and developed that skate park.
Dude,
Yeah.
that,
I mean,
and
you were
Tony
saying-
Hawk.
and Tony Hawk and the guys
Yeah.
got involved for the snake run and the
I went there
half pipe.
every Sunday
I mean, I lived there.
when I was like 13 years old. That was like
Bro,
that,
and you didn't get on the wave.
And you never got on the wave.
I was skating, bro.
Yeah, he's a 2-foot wave rider. He's a long.
Yeah, I understand.
was
But
He's a
actually, I will
longboarder.
tell you something. Like Chad can surf, bro.
No,
Chad can surf. He didn't do the
Bro,
wave
he's
house.
so good.
no. I'll tell you something. That wave thing there that you just saw in that
Vastly
clip.
different. Vastly different.
I
dude.
could never get the
Yeah.
hang of it. I would
It
literally,
is very different, dude.
I would literally just jump on, slide, and then I'll go back up because I couldn't get the grasp of
You had-
like how you
It
actually
is very
lean.
different.
You
It's
had
very
to like
different.
lean forward so
It
much
was
more
more
than
of a
you would lean.
skateboarding vibe than anything else, dude. It really was.
Yeah, it
I
was.
couldn't do that. I don't know. It was just
guys.
very
It
different.
was more of a skateboarding vibe
That's
than anything
scary.
else, dude.
I tell you what, when you came pop, well,
Yeah, when you came up and went over the falls, you ate. You, bro, on level 10, you ate it, bro.
Yeah,
Especially when your board came down after you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would do that?
No,
Level
wait,
10.
wait.
Guys,
Yeah.
generally, guys that could swim.
There were some
it got
good
you
guys.
twice, bro. It got you twice. So you fell
Yeah,
on,
you
onto
did.
like the fucking thing, and then
it had a fucking
after you
grate.
fell onto the fucking thing, it will wash you out the back, but you like fly over the back of the fucking thing and hit it again.
Dude, my question is, why at the back of the wave was there a fucking grate?
Yeah,
There was like
yeah, I heard
a
about
grate. It wasn't smooth at the back. It was a grate to drain
Bro,
the water.
yeah,
So
but
you
Let me
got
tell,
to
I'll
get
tell you
over
why.
it, dude.
I'll
That's
tell you why.
where-
I was teach you a lesson.
Yeah, it was like, don't fall.
That's where it chucked you out, where they didn't have people for like a whole week and they were like, level 10, these motherfuckers are going to the crit. It chucks you out. They don't give a shit about
Shut
that.
you out like
The
a shit
money's in the
stain.
Yeah,
front.
literally, it just
The
spit
money's
you
in
out.
the front. But those things were super dope, man. Like, that's another thing I feel like Durban's.
This is what kids are missing out on.
Yeah, they're
all
missing
that
out on-
shit again, dude.
like,
Skate
we were-
parks. I mean, we had the
Beaches,
pavilion
man.
skate park.
Yeah.
We had the warehouse on Durban
We had a
beachfront.
climbing wall in Gateway.
There were the main climbing wall at
That
Gateway.
thing,
One of my
bro,
guys.
that thing
built.
was hectic. That thing was like at least 20 meters,
No, it was
25
35 meters.
Yeah.
35.
It was
That's high.
it was built by Mike, one of the guys that still builds walls today at City Rock. He builds all those walls.
I was
mean,
just
he
scared
built
of that too. That
Yeah,
thing was
I mean,
high.
I lived it. I mean, I was a climber. Like I've been climbing for many, many years.
Yeah, it shows.
So I mean, I lived on that wall as a training platform because you could just get the fitness and the heights in, dude.
Yo, that's crazy. Though.
The day they got rid of it and put a fucking cupcake shop, they disappointed us.
Yeah.
Cupcake shop. Who buys cupcakes?
Bro, black people
Fat people,
love
dude.
cupcakes.
Not black people. Black people.
They do, bro. At Checkers, dude.
What do you guys mean?
At Checkers, bro, they always got a chocolate cake in there.
Yeah, but that's for the lacks and balls.
Yeah, sure, buddy. Sure, buddy.
It's like you buy a Kinder Joy for your kids, we buy cupcakes.
We don't buy Kinder
No,
Joy.
okay, I buy
Oh, so who's
Kinder.
buying
I buy
Kinder Joy?
Kinder Joys, but I don't walk out with a fucking cake for myself. I mean, I might have done when I was
A
younger.
cake and it's not your birthday.
Yeah.
Wait, that's the problem.
Why does it sound like Vitsa's living rougher than us right now? A cake. What the hell? It's not your birthday. We have cake when it's not your birthday. That's normal. No one's out here baking cakes all day.
We have tea and Swiss rolls.
But I want to.
Bro, cinnamon rolls.
No,
Fuck.
we don't.
I'm in.
Chad's living in the 60s, dude.
Chad's doing his own.
Toti's rough.
Tony is rough. Yeah, next door to the bluff, of course. Yeah.
Jeez,
Terrible.
are we going to continue with this video? Or are we going to like
Let's
move on
continue
to
with
the
the
next
videos.
thing, dude? Let's move on to the next topic. Come.
Well, yeah, it's pretty true.
Well, the next one is just like current affairs. Like
Yeah.
whatever's like going
Current
on.
affairs. What's happening in the country?
Before we go into that,
gee.
right, we've got a guy here, right? The lion guys, the two lion guys. Yeah, I want to find out who's gonna die first between the two of them. So what these guys do is looks like they work like in a game reserve.
Yeah, they didn't get. I saw while I was watching what you were doing.
Yeah, so for me, I'm like somebody, because bro, if you go back, I can't remember their exact names, but these brothers had tigers. I think they were American. They had what are those white tigers called? Is it a Bengal tiger? The white ones though.
No,
that's
they're
called a white tiger, bro.
Oh, it's called a white tiger. Yeah, but you'll never find a
Bengal tiger is from India.
You'll never find a black man worried about tigers because I'm not going into the wild.
Do
to
you find a
discover
black
anything.
man? Do you find a black man worried about lions? Bengal lion.
I'm worried about it. I could work at a game reserve. I would still feed that thing over the fence.
Okay, wait. I have another question. Do you know all the names of the snakes?
No, I don't like snakes. I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't know the names. I see a snake, I'm gone, bro.
Wait, but you're throwing in like Bengal. You're throwing in like Bengal fucking tiger.
Isn't
You're
that
like,
Bengal?
if it's a Bengal tiger, but I'm like, bro, if it's a bush snake or if it's like a green mamba, you don't
I'm
know.
more worried about a fucking snake. If I saw a tiger, just get the fuck out of there. You can't see a fucking
How do you
snake
get the
half
fuck out of there?
You run, motherfucker. The slowest person dies, bro.
Yeah.
That's simple.
Can I be honest? If there was a snake in the crib at home, right? We are all running out and
Burning
calling
the house down.
No, probably burn the house down. First option is I'm gonna go ask the white neighbor. Yo, dude, I got a snake in my house. You know, majority of you guys will be like, don't kill it, don't kill. Nah, bruh. Nah. If I don't know where that thing goes,
Bring the spade.
we not listen. I had a mate, right? I had a mate, and one of the people he had employed to do his landscaping and everything stayed with him in the back room, right? During the day, this guy walks in and there's okay, listen, for us black guys, it's different. A black mamba and a greenhouse snake, same thing. we're still putting speed, you know what I mean? It's like, it looks green, you know what I mean? Seriously, think
Black
about
Mamba's
it.
black, you cock.
This guy, so they captured the snake, set it out into the wild.
Yeah.
The oat didn't sleep for about 2-3 days, bro. In his room. Yeah, 2-3 days, bro. Because in his head, it's like, fuck.
It's
there was
still
a snake
there.
in-
It's still
yeah,
there.
there was a fucking snake in here. You know, but for me, these two guys, yeah, I don't know who's gonna die first.
Nah, dude. That's
I really don't.
like normal, dude. They're
But-
so used to it, dude. Those lions know them.
It's Dean, right? So Dean Schneider, it looks like. Dean Schneider has got some hyenas and lions.
No ways.
That's not right. I don't care. I don't know if you guys have seen him on TikTok, blonde guy.
I've seen Lion King and the hyenas and the lions.
Lion King.
He's
dude.
actually got a video where he's like, when the cost of the Lion King is really your family, bro. I'm like, what? Listen, lions, like you said, Cam, earlier off air, you were like, if you had raised the lion from an early age, you know what I mean, like from a cub age, would you not pet that thing when it grows big? I wouldn't even let that thing grow big. First and foremost, I'm not letting that thing grow big.
Bro, I'm just saying, if you bottle feeding that cub,
Yeah.
That's all that cub knows is you, bud.
100%.
They know
Wait,
you.
He's your best
wait.
mate.
There was that one, I think it was even an ad by like Investec or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And it was this English guy, like obviously in dark times for South Africa, but but yeah,
get us cancelled.
That's apartheid code.
yeah.
Oh, right. We're talking about
Yeah,
that.
he all our times. He got this.
We need more black people on this show. We are getting
100%.
one more. We are getting one more black guy on this show because this is gonna go. This is gonna go
Anyway.
down.
That comment was hectic.
No, I'm joking. He.
I hope you're talking about like just skin tone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'm
Really,
really myself. I'm pretty fucking pale.
You guys really thought that it was skin
No,
tone.
I'm actually talking about ESCOM when ESCOM was working.
Yeah, when the lights actually worked. Yeah, when the lights worked, dude.
If you are keen to jump on a podcast and you black, pull through. We are drinking brandy. We are changing
As long as
this
you can
next
take
week.
the piss.
But
and
not
be a
Ciro's
bitch.
road guard. Not that
But
guy, that
anyway,
guy's
there was
fucked.
this English
Yeah, Vito
guy.
steal land. So.
He
We cultivate land.
I
Yeah,
always
you're
say,
right.
No, you steal land. Biggest criminals.
he had this lion and he like brought it up in his London apartment and stuff like that. And what happened was eventually it got too big and he had to send it back to Africa and that. And then after like 10 years or 20 years or whatever, when it like grew up, when it grew up, it actually remembered who he was.
It sends everything. They don't forget that. Same as dogs. Dogs are exactly. You can go away for 6 years, that dog will not forget you.
What if that lion gets rabies? Then what happens?
Dude, where's the lion going to get rabies from, bro?
Because he lives with your dogs, bro. What the fuck?
Dogs get do my dogs have fucking rabies?
I don't know. It's a freaking dog. I look like a vet.
You would know if a dog had rabies.
I'm just saying, it's a possibility that motherfucker can turn on you. Like, we saw...
No, there is. I mean, look, in hindsight, it is, dude. They're designed that way to, you know, but like, I mean...
There's this chick in America or whatever country
What's her name?
I don't know what her name is, but we'll call her Karen for now.
Yeah.
Right? Karen goes and buys... She's lonely, first and foremost. Fucking weird. Lonely. She goes and gets a baby python. Baby python grows up.
Dude.
Right?
Yeah. I can give you a story about pythons. Carry on.
Hear this.
Carry on.
Baby
I can give you stories about pythons.
Yeah, I don't want to hear no stories about
I didn't say no anaconda. This is not a Nicki Minaj video.
Topic
I can't give you anything on I don't have any personal stories with pythons because I'm not bird watching. I'm not rock climbing or whatever. I'm not doing none of that shit. No hiking. I'm not fucking around like that. But
yeah, we can see.
Yeah, fuck that shit because I'm not discovering anything. I'm not discovering any animal. I promise you that. You know what I mean? But anyway, she buys this baby python, grows up. She sets up everything, bro, like a fucking separate tank, you know, as she grows or he grows, makes it bigger, whatever. But what happens is when she goes to bed, the snake would not necessarily wrap itself around
cuddle. Yeah,
it would cuddle. But what happens is, you remember that story?
I think I heard about something.
Okay.
Bro, this is a fake
I'll
story.
give you a story.
No,
dude.
but
it's a real story, bro.
No, this is real. What happens is the snake cuddling next to her, right? As it grew, it was actually measuring her.
Sussing her out.
Sussing her out, how big she is, and
sizing her up.
Yeah, sizing her up, right? But this thing, as it obviously closer to the time that it should have eaten her, it starts, pushing her off the bed because...
It wants its space now.
Yeah, because if it had tried to kind of like wrap it, it's a python.
Yeah.
So it's a constrictor.
Yeah.
So it couldn't do it on the bed. Think about it, the bed's not stable. You know what I mean? So closer to the time, it started kind of like shoving her off the bed. Luckily, she goes to someone who knows animals, whether it's a vet or whatever the fuck the case is. And the guy told her, was like, lady, you need to get a boyfriend or a cat. One of the two.
A cat.
Bring a cat home and feed your snake.
And not a freaking lion,
Dude, when I first met Chris.
But check this shit out. I know where you're going with this.
Dude.
But bro, think about it. A wild animal's a wild animal. It can turn.
They can. Even a dog.
It can turn. Even a dog, exactly.
Even a dog can turn.
Exactly. Like I walk into your posy.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's almost attacked you guys on a few times, and I've known you for a long time now.
Even me.
I mean, even me. I've walked out
tried to kill Chad the other day, and he's white.
But my dogs have been trained to do that. That's how they protect the property. I've walked out at night, and Loki's black. So you walk out, I gotta go Loki,
because you can't see him.
You can't see him,
and
he just comes running at you because he doesn't really know
massive,
you,
eh?
and he just comes running at you. You and shit. It's happened to all of us, but it does happen.
But I think it's just stupid, bro. Like raising a lion, raising a python.
You're taking a chance.
You're taking a chance, bro. Like the one guy, he said today, he's like, lions have retractable claws like a cat, just like 10 times bigger.
Oh, dude.
You know what I mean?
Pieces.
Why would I do that? I saw what Scar did, bro. That's why I'm saying these guys.
Scar, like the Lion King Scar. What Scar?
Yeah,
Lion King Scar. That's why I'm on that topic of these two guys, which we'll reveal on the next episode because we need to do a little bit of research. We don't want to be getting cut by these guys.
Like it wasn't animation, bro.
But for me, bro, I saw Scar's. Like Scar's the one pet that you can have for 15 years and then he'll turn on you. Just because you're eating beef every day and you feel
you want your cat food. Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's just no ways. I just don't see.
I mean, now you know why no one comes to my garden because I feed my dogs meat.
Yeah, that's not right. Your dog should be eating dog food.
Bro, meat is dog food. If you buy the husky chunks, let's say you buy a husky chunk. You buy the husky or whatever it is. There's fucking meat in there, bro.
There's meat. You gotta feed your dog
but
meat.
It's not a full steak with a little bit of blood and shit.
No, dude. Unless dogs are meant to eat raw meat. Simple. There's dog food and shit that people... Yeah, it's more expensive, but the dog food they're selling now is a lot of shit. Just feed your dog raw food diet, dude. Simple.
Bro, I feel like dogs could braai now.
So if you guys are so in love with dogs, after all these pit bull attacks on young kids,
It's how you raise your pet, bro. You raise your kid to be a prick, it's going to be a prick. It's that simple. You're going to raise your dog to be vicious and uncontrollable. You're not going to train it. You're not going to teach it to learn commands and all the rest of it. It's going to be out of control.
I agree 1,000%.
And also, you know, if you got kids in the house and you're going to allow that kid as a baby to go and slap it while it's eating or do anything, I mean, that dog's going to retaliate, dude. I mean, it's so different to you coming to me while I'm sleeping. I got my gun under my pillow. You hit me in my sleep. I'm going to put my gun on you.
Well, now I know where it is.
You know what I'm saying?
he owns a pew pew.
Yeah. There's a few of them hidden around, but yeah. So, but that's just plain and simple. It's how you raise the animal and how you teach your kids to respond and respect the animal as well. I mean, my daughter's 8. She knows feed the animals, and she feeds them. They sit. They will not touch the food until she gives a command. I mean, that's it. You got to teach them.
But I don't.
And
I don't know. I
you can't just buy an animal and leave it locked up on its own. It needs love. It needs care. It needs everything that a human does.
I believe there's certain animals that you just don't keep, bro. Like, okay, it's cool. Get a goldfish. Yippee-ki-yay. You know what I mean? Get a dog. Cool. Get a cat.
Yeah, look, if you don't have time on your hands, don't get a pet that needs time.
A pit bull for me should not even be an animal.
Forget about pit bull. I mean, I've got pit bulls. They're at my parents' house. They live there. I mean, those were my first dogs, and then my parents took them.
How old are your pit bulls?
No, they're old now. They're both like 14 now.
Do they still bite?
Yeah, of course. But they don't. They will only bite if threatened or via command. It's just that simple.
But that's what I'm saying is animals.
People
like
buy animals and then they just leave them to do that. Imagine locking yourself up in a room 24 hours a day, no attention, no nothing, no exercise, no love, no nothing. You're going to go berserk. You're going to go nuts. And that's what 90% of homeowners do. They buy these pets. I'm going to look after this dog, blah, blah, blah. And then the dog just sits and it goes nuts. It's just going to get fed up. It's going to get like tense. And when it does have that chance, it's going to take that chance. It's just what it is.
That's why I will never own a pet. Sorry, I'm not hating on animals.
It's to do with pets. Yeah, I can.
Bro, you need a hamster.
Loving, trust me.
Bro, I could have a hamster, but you know what the problem is with hamsters? They stink up the whole palsy.
Oh my God.
You open that freaking.
Yeah, they stink like shit, dude.
Yo,
I'll never buy them. Yeah,
I can't do it.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Can't do it. But yeah, man. So I think we're at that part of the show where we generally just freestyling, talking shit. But like we said, man,
I'm pretty sure Chad's got some topics we can go through.
Yeah,
bro.
no, Chad's gonna give us some more stuff.
My topics are done. My ass is numb.
Yo, listen
your
to
ass
this.
Is numb because you don't have any meat on your ass,
what
bro.
the hell? Cause you go do some squats, go.
Don't you, bro?
I need
If you need meat, go squat, buddy.
I need Benson's paycheck, bro.
Benson's paycheck. Benson doesn't even have a paycheck. How many cards do I own? None. Living off the grid. No, I'm joking. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. That's not cool. But yeah, man. Like Matt, you've had some crazy stuff that you wanted to talk about. I think that people should.
Okay, give me some ideas, and I'll off the top of your head, and I'll be happy to talk about anything.
Let's talk about your boy Joe Rogan, because you've got mad love for Joe Rogan, and a lot.
Yes and no. Yes, yeah. Carry on.
You know what I mean, but you do believe he does have the best content out here, which I think the rest of the world kind of believes that as well.
Absolutely.
Is he still the biggest podcast in the world?
100%. So here's the thing about Joe Rogan. He can talk about any topic.
Correct.
Like you know how most people have to stay in their lane?
He doesn't necessarily know everything.
That guy doesn't have to fucking stay in his lane. He can go into any lane.
Correct.
If there's a 9-lane highway that looks like fucking weaving. You know what I mean? And like he's still successful. The rest of us.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think how he started. He started no different to this. In fact, probably worse. That's the thing. So it goes to show that it's possible in any genre or for any person to do it out there if you're willing to put the time and effort in.
Yeah.
But I mean, Jordan Peterson's one, Matt Walsh is another one. There's a lot of guys that I watch that are pretty prolific in the YouTube world. These guys, they're very intellectual, very intelligent. The nice thing about Joe Rogan and these type of guys is that they're willing to learn and they're willing to, be open about it and be personal about it, and also, be truthful and honest about what's actually happening around the world. And I think not enough people are doing that. And I haven't seen any podcasts yet in South Africa where people are actually talking about the shit that even we've spoken about tonight. Realistically, I personally haven't seen them, but
yeah, but that's why I love the idea of this show is that aside from all the having a good time, but we're all teaching each other some things, you know what I mean? Like
it's learning.
We're all learning from each other. There is a couple of podcasts that I do think need a shout out, like Mac G, Podcast and Chill. And I know you're gonna now that you're gonna go check it out. Podcast and Chill. The thing is with Mac G, if you're gonna start him now, you got a lot of watching to do. But basically, he's one of the guys that came from a restricted environment, which was radio. And then he obviously got fired from radio, and he started the podcast. He is the biggest podcast in Africa. He does speak about a lot of relevant things, but I think a podcast that really is touching on the touchy subjects is Panuel's podcast. He's like a Pan-Africanist type guy.
Yeah.
So I don't think if he goes for president, white people will vote, but he's doing a lot of stuff that is, topics that people need to talk about.
Yeah, I just hate, we all sit at night and we watch YouTube, or you guys watch TikTok. I watch YouTube.
I watch YouTube.
Yeah, so I watch YouTube and stuff purely because there's a lot of intellectual stuff on there, that you can go and learn from. So for me, YouTube is a no-brainer. If I want to learn about something or you want to do something, you can literally everything you want to know is there. And then you can go and do your own research, beyond that as well, to come to a conclusion of the information you're being fed. It's just that simple,
Yeah, so guys, I think, gentlemen, we wrap it up here, our very first one as a team.
If you have any topics like you want us to discuss, just put it in the comments and we'll smash it out. It's really that simple.
Put it in the comments,
man.
And
we're not asking you to subscribe just yet, but if you're keen and you want to give us more topics to talk about, dude, do what you need to do.
What can we expect in the future, boys?
In the future,
I think some pretty rough stuff.
Some rough stuff, I think after this,
I don't
some
think
rough stuff and some tingly stuff,
Yeah. I don't think this is going to be the channel that everyone's going to want to watch, but if you want to be indulged by
real people, man,
real life events, how
real
people
opinions.
Real honest opinions, brutally honest. Like, then this is something you're gonna want to watch because I think you're gonna learn a lot from it.
Yeah, and I just think also with regards to one black guy, 3 white guys, let's flip the ratio here.
What are the chances of getting more black people on?
We're gonna find some after this show.
You're gonna have to find someone, dude.
We're in Africa, bro. It shouldn't be too hard.
It shouldn't be too hard.
You know what I mean? It's the majority. but honestly, man, speaking on a point of what's next, man, I think people should just, brace themselves for some really, really dope conversations. We do want some conversations from you guys, which is topics and so on and so forth. A big shout out to all the videos we watched on YouTube. A big shout out to Confessions.
Confessions was dope, dog.
Confessions is amazing.
Yeah, if you guys like that content, I mean,
we keep it on.
We just keep going with it. I mean, I can be very blunt and honest with stuff like that. Let's just do it. We go wherever you guys want to go. You have any confessions you want to know about or how you handle them, whatever the case may be, bro.
Yeah,
we just
and
go with the flow.
I think after this one, there will be a little bit more of an understanding. You will find us on our Instagram page that we will decide. It's simple, man. Everywhere you'll find us, it will be cheers from the dirt bed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
no doubt.
But yeah, man, thank you to everyone who's going to be watching or who has watched or whatever the case may be. I've had a couple, so I can't really articulate. But I think,
and that's what we can expect.
So I mean, we're gonna get him stoned one night. We're gonna try have a conversation, and we'll see where it goes.
But I think what people should really expect from us is the unexpected.
Yeah, don't expect.
It's the unexpected, touchy subjects, current affairs. Stay with us.
Look, we're not gonna go too much into the heavy politics of Durban and stuff like that, because I mean we manage stuff for South Africans very differently to the rest of the world. But we will talk about touchy topics about how we survive as South Africans. I think that'll be a good topic to talk about because there's a variety that's endless.
And touching on some universal stuff as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Excuse me, we're going global. Sorry guys, it's Brandy and Coke. I'm gonna burp. My bad. But honestly, man, it's been a dope one. Shout out to you guys. And like Matt had said earlier, you can go check out some of our other work on the Media Meltdown. It's currently, it went from the Music Mag to the Media Meltdown, just a rebranding, but the content's still all there. You can go check out Sports Shack, where we just talk everything sports on the podcast. We do go out to events.
You will see the live streams of the MFC, different sporting events and all of that, rugby, tennis, wherever we get drawn into. Yeah.
Yeah, but before we go, Matt, please go on to the group and just for Lachi's sake, man, run through some of the names that
these names are terrible.
They're not all bad.
They're not all bad, but some of them is like rainbow from a drink or something like that. I was like, whoa. Let me actually
okay, let me go and see.
Podcast, Kazi.
Yeah, I'm there. Now I gotta scroll up through all your million messages here.
Look, I'm just saying, if anybody's got a good name,
if anyone, I think we're gonna stick to what we've chosen.
I like Cheers from Durban.
Yeah, Cheers from Durban is pretty straightforward.
Durban is pretty dirty at the moment.
At the moment,
Durban
has been dirty for a long time.
I mean,
the cola has still gone up as much as people are saying no, it hasn't. I mean, it's just been released again.
From the beaches to the land, the dirt doesn't end.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't end, dude.
That's a brilliant.
You know, it's quite funny that the rest of the world carry on about some more shit, and considering like what we survive as Africans, like, and we just carry on. Like, I think that's one of our best traits, is that we just carry on with life.
South Africans are fighters, man.
Yeah, we just carry on.
Actually, I'll say something. So we, my sister, obviously, she's an amazing person and stuff, and she went to the Paralympics and stuff. But I'll open up about the story.
Is she like paraplegic?
No, she's got.
I don't know your sister.
No, she's got right side paralysis. So she did horse riding and she's very good. She did dressage and stuff like that. So the thing is, the difference between South Africans and other nations and that was like even like the Chinese or whatever. She went to this event and they had like these huge machines like to get the paraplegics like on the horses and stuff. And South Africans, we're so diverse and like we just. We're made different. We're hard. We'll deal with any problem as it comes and stuff. But like, what I'm trying to say is that like there was it took like 2 or 3. Some of them were even women, and they trying to get their children onto these horses. Yeah. And we make a plan, and we'll always come back stronger. And that's
South Africa for you. Like plain down. Like the rest of the world, you're a bunch of fucking pussies, bro. Like if you guys had to come live here for 1 year, you'd fucking have heart failure, and you would.
Gangsters in America would just be civilians.
All the men would turn into Karens, and then the Karens would be extra Karens.
Exactly, bro. Let me tell you something.
It'd be a complete
any gangster in America.
You would die here within a week, buddy.
My bro,
you got no chance.
I won't even take you to Imlazi or Guamashu.
You'd be dead in a day.
I'll take you to Espingo. Just people in Espingo, bro.
That's an introduction.
Yeah, it's just as a walk around. As a walk around. Yeah,
that's an introduction.
We'll just take them down to town there. You know, just go for a walk around. You know what? I'd see if they survive as a gangster.
Can you imagine one of those guys walking around the workshop?
Oh no, dude, they'd fucking die, bro.
I promise you.
They'd have 1 million security guards around them just to stay alive.
They wouldn't survive. First and foremost, you know what I would do if I was like one of those dickheads.
Sorry to interrupt, but a black guy, you say you're African and American, you're not fucking African. Dude, come to Africa. They're fucking Africans. They'll tell you to your face.
Yeah.
I see this shit on YouTube all the time. Oh, I'm from Africa. I'm like, dude, you're not from
Africa, man. Your descendants are.
You may be descendants, but you're no longer have the same thought process and lifestyle. I think
as well, like, we've had this conversation quite a couple of times, is that can a gangster from America, become a gangster here? And I don't believe so. You know why? But do you know why? Think about it, guys.
I don't think so.
There's this thing going on in Cape Town where they're trying to hijack like a train station.
Yeah, dude.
Right? And apparently you rock up there and there's guys with guns and they just tell you
it's raw.
It's time for you to go now.
Bro.
You know what I mean? So I believe they crime a first world country gangster and then a third world country gangster.
We're far more dangerous, dude. We're
far more dangerous, man.
Yeah, simple.
Far more dangerous. But guys, before we go, just tell us if we picked the right name for the podcast. Matt's going to go through a few.
Nah, we're gonna stick with it, dude.
No, but let's hear them.
They're so shit, dude. I mean, really,
Well,
they're
we've
like
picked the
proper
best
shit.
one, I reckon. But let's hear what the people have to say. You know?
Just pick like 3.
Okay, I'll see. Let's go. So we got Brian banter. There's no Bri going on.
lame.
It's raining.
It's raining.
It's raining. It rains here in summer, like 24/7. We got Rainbow Banter Brigade, which is definitely not my vibe.
The brigade
there's
just
no
doesn't
way.
sit.
Rainbow just put me off straight off the fucking.
LGTB.
SA beer talk. I mean, I'm not a huge beer drinker. I love my Vintel draft, but
Brandewijn.
Brandewijn. Just stick to the brandy,
Just don't get in a fart.
and the whiskey. Yeah. But what's the Ubuntu Unplugged and then Savannah Sunsets? So
Savannah Sunsets.
Savannah Sunsets, I don't know, it makes us,
But because we have a drink called Savannah, like if you had to take Savannah the drink out of it and be like, Savannah like the plains.
okay, yeah.
Maybe if we're like in the Karoo or something like that.
But
or
Cheers from Dirtbin kind of encompasses everything because we're going to be brying on the events. We're going to have different guests on the events. I mean, we're going to show you Americans what a fucking, and you know, all you Europeans what a bri actually looks like, you know.
A proper bri, not a barbecue, not this freaking...
not
There's no such thing as a barbecue, it's a braai. What you're doing is a braai.
Barbecue is what you put on your meat, motherfucker.
Yeah. It's a
You
sauce.
know, it's a sauce.
We don't do like hot dogs on the bri. Yeah. What the fuck is a hot dog on a bri? We'll show you.
And no, we won't have vegetarian and stuff like that. You know, we eat meats. You know, it's quite simple. You're gonna be a vegetarian and you don't like meat. Fuck you.
Okay, wait, maybe not fuck you. But
Yeah, you do you. But if you're gonna moan about my meat, then that's a problem.
Yeah, I know it's a big problem. But
I
ladies
will
and-
suck your vegan sausage before you eat it, though.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? He's not supposed to be on the show. We found him on the side
he
of
said
the
he's
road.
got a problem with the rainbows. That doesn't sound like that.
Wait, just touching on that, it was quite funny because, I mean, when I first started dating Christy, years ago now, I mean, her brother went vegan because his girlfriend was vegan. So he came to the bra, we were all brying and
Did he also
and
get a
carrying on.
tattoo
There
on
was
his name?
on his
Fucking
back,
yeah,
in
what
a
the
tramp stamp.
fuck?
So anyway, no, he's very successful, very good man. He's doing very well for himself, professional photographer for Coca-Cola, KFC, Steers and all that. He does all those billboards. So he came to the bra one day and there's a whole bunch of guys and girls that we all carry on. We used to party every second night. And he comes with these vegan sausages. So like, you know, the guys grabbed the sausages and sucked the living shit out of these sausages and then bribed them. He ate all of them and then we told him what we did. We showed him the videos and he just threw up all over the place. So yeah, that's what's going to happen if you're going to come with your vegan shit.
Piers Morgan in the shit. But guys, I don't know, from the guys behind the cameras, man, is there anything you guys want to add on before we dip?
There must be sometimes. Cameron's been very quiet tonight. We need to laugh.
What are you talking about? I've been talking the whole time.
Cameron's wind up there, right?
I bet
He's
to give
had
you guys a chance.
couple of glasses of wine, but
Nah, it's
I
chill.
think that's where we wrap it up for today, man.
Yeah, man. Just keep it chill. Stay easy. Like
You
you're
know
from
what I mean?
Durban, bro.
Yeah. So it's cheers from the dirt bin. You know what it is. Check you on the next one, which will be next week. Definitely
Apparently
live
Monday or
streaming.
Tuesday.
No one has time to edit right now. It's December, but guys,
No one
shout
has
out-
time to edit. You fuckers edit this shit.
No, we are not editing anything. We stream.
Was it December,
Was it
Baba?
December,
Yeah.
Baba? Everyone's at the beach. But ladies and gentlemen, it's
Stay
been another-
safe. Enjoy your December. Don't be a prick. Just enjoy life.
Yeah, don't be a prick. Don't get boxed. It's been a dope one. Shout out to Cam. Shout out to Chad. Shout out to you, Matty.
Thanks,
my
boys.
my brother.
Blacker.
Shout, lads.
It's been a dope one. It is cheers from the dirt bin, buddy.
Peace out. Cheers.
Peace out.
Good night, boys.
Let's get the fuck out of here, man. Let's go drink. And if anyone sponsors this, oh well, your problem.